Wow.
Hello, everybody, it's me!
Hi.
It's High Rollers time!
Hi.
I'm back!
Hi there! Hi there! Hi there! Hi there!
Hi! Looking far less cute this week, but I'm back, and it's time for High Rollers with me, your Dungeon Master, Mark Sherlock Humes.
I still smash.
Thanks! Oh, that's lovely to know, actually. No, thank you, buddy.
There you go.
Oh,
Still would.
I feel all better about myself. This week we're joined by... We got Chris Trott, we got Kim.
Hey, Marino.
And on the other side, we've got Tom and Ree. Oh, you know, it's going to be one of those games. Look at these two. The Chaos Twins are back, baby. We are sadly... We are down a Katie. Katie's not feeling very well today, so we are down a Katie. So please, in chat, send her all your love and F.
No, not
X in
Fs.
chat.
Send her love.
Send her love. Couple of, well, in fact, actually, just one thing to talk about before today's episode. Just one
Better
thing.
be a good thing.
And I'm going to hand it over to my good friend Chris Trott, because Chris Trott's got an important message for you all. He's got something he's really excited to tell you about.
I've got something very exciting to tell you about today, so much so that I've written it down.
Oh!
And it means there's a video that can play over the top while I speak. So here we go, this is big. A new festival-sized LARP doesn't come around very often, especially in the UK, so this is your chance to join from the very start, shaping a brand new world and leaving a mark on its history. Many's Fate isn't just another event, it's a living, breathing adventure. We want you to be part of it from day one. And you may be wondering what the hell is a LARP. Well, you may have heard Mark talking about it before in the past, or myself, or maybe even Kim. You don't have to worry about it. It's a live-action role play. It's where fantasy comes to life, essentially. Think of it like stepping into your favorite D&D campaign, but instead of sitting around the table rolling dice, you're in full costume, making decisions, fighting battles, and living your story in real time. It's like being inside a movie or a video game, but you're the main character.
Main character energy.
What is Men is Fate? Men is Fate is a massive player-driven fantasy LARP where you get to step into the world on the brink. The 9 nations of Elandra are fighting for survival against the corrupted. And you're one of the adventurers who can turn the tide, whether you're swinging swords, slinging spells, leading armies, or making deals in the shadows. Every choice matters. Why would you care? Is I put a little...
Why would I care? Why do I care?
Why should I care?
Why should you care, Tom? Well, because getting in at the first ever event...
I know that one! Morvalis!
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a sec. Getting in at the first ever event means you're part of its history. Your character, your actions, your choices, they'll help define the foundation of what's to come. This is your chance to be part of something huge from the very beginning. Not only that, but there's High Rollers DNA splooged all over this
it.
All over. Hell yeah.
So I'm personally very incredibly lucky to be one of the directors of the company trying to bring this dream to life, alongside a crack team of LARP specialists from all kinds of different LARP systems. We're pooling our expertise, our love of storytelling and passion for immersive worlds to make something truly special. Mark, as you may have noticed from the video, there was this nation called Morvalis.
Hello,
And
yes.
that came from the mind of Mark Humes.
Being my good friend Steve.
Steve Cook, indeed. Yes. And so there's one of the nations that might have slight hints of Gothic undead.
Sister Ophelia's inspiration.
How to tell Mike's in there.
Is it got goth bomby necromancers? It might be from Mark's brain.
That's not it for the High Rollers community as well. Don't forget our logo was made by Pumpkin Art.
Oh.
And also, that awesomely animated landscape. God, that's a really good animated landscape. It could be none other than Scorpion Design.
I thought that. I thought that had Scorp's DNA all over it.
Yeah. So yeah, there is an awesome Discord if you would like to join the community if you're confused but excited and want to know more. There's a whole community of people out there that feel the same way. So there's a link to the Discord if you want to check it out. And the first event is in April.
Soon.
Really soon.
That's soon.
It's soon, but there's still plenty of time for you to chat to people, think about costume, and get stuck in. menisfate.com.
Menisfate.com.
Menis
And here's a personal thing from your old LARP expert, Mark Humes.
Website.
A lot of people ask me about, like, oh, I really want to get into LARP. Like, how do I get into it? This is a brand new thing. If you wanted to come in at the very beginning in a brand new world that nobody else is going to know anything about, that you are going to be able to be on the same page as everybody else, Menis is going to be a really good
equally
opportunity to do
confused
that.
together.
Yep. And obviously you've got a great community. Maybe you want to get a bunch of High Rollers fans together and you want to make a company, a vassal family in Morvalis, perhaps. One of the group's archetypes.
Weirdly, they really love the undead.
The undead.
Like people working as undead
Or
for
like,
them.
you know, going and joining one of the, but there are many other great nations. But like, you could get a group of High Rollers fans together and then go and join it together and play together. And honestly, that's my personal recommendation. It's the most fun way to do LARP.
Yes.
I got to bring Trot and Smith into my Empire LARP group, and that's kind of how you guys got involved and everything else. So
Hell yeah.
a perfect opportunity. But go and check out Menis Fate, brought
Thank
to you
you.
by an excellent team. And that's it. That's the only announcement. A little self-promo of one of our director's projects. Yes.
Big boy stuff.
Big
Sounds like a
boy.
right LARP, doesn't it? How long have you been sitting on that?
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Rhiannon there, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. That's my contribution to this week. I will say no more.
Can I sit on my own on this side?
What?
Can I sit on my own on this side?
You want to sit on your own?
What would it be like?
You get so lonely.
No, well, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, but the space, though.
Yeah. Because also, Tom
I
would
need
lord
it.
it up.
I
He'd
need
be like,
it.
yeah, I'm
That's right. I'm the bottom of the screen for today's episode, everybody.
just me.
Me, bottom again. Wait.
Right. With that, I don't have anything else at the top of the show, so we're going to run the intro and jump on with today's game of
Woo!
High Rollers.
Thrones.
High rollers.
Welcome back to Altheya, the Dragon Empire. Our heroes have spent a few weeks in Ashen Rest, making improvements to the inn, researching and even exploring a Proto-Magi Vault inside a comet that soared across the Empire. Prompted by this recent endeavour, Rowan delved into archives to learn more about these mystical dungeons and extra-dimensional spaces, and believes that one may be found in the Rust Whale Woods north of Ashen Rest, and it is likely connected to the sightings of mysterious lights and disappearances in the area. As the group discuss the opportunity and make plans to leave for these woods, Sister Ophelia de la Rosa of the House of Blood conducts another ceremony in her shrine to the Grave Father, having attracted more curious citizens to attend via some wonderfully produced pamphlets. During this meeting, she infuses her skeletal assistant Percival with a wooden necrotic heart that makes the skeleton minion greater intelligence and capability and strength. And that is where we are going to pick up again today. It was a very RP-heavy session last time around.
It was.
Lots
We love
of
it.
planning, lots of figuring things out.
Yeah.
But I believe that a decision was made that, yeah, you guys were going to make your way to the Rust Whale Woods to explore
Here we are.
these disappearances and
DLW.
perhaps find a Proto-Magi Vault. Before we do that, though,
V.
Excuse me?
I need a D6 from everybody, please.
Proto-Magi.
6.
Sit.
Oh,
Wait.
6. A dice for you.
That's bad.
Why do I always want to put your dice here?
You're a psychopath.
Because you want to trigger me
I
every
got
week.
2.
A dice. Oh, 3 for me.
Guys, come on, I can't pull this for all of you.
That's okay, Mark's got you back.
4.
There you go.
Hey.
There you go.
3 and 2.
And 2. And as a reminder, these can be spent on, your basic kind of adding to attack rolls and saving throws and bits and pieces.
Yes.
If you want to make a devil's bargain, you can always ask me to try and convince me. And perhaps the
course.
enemies may, or the environment may get to spend them to do things to you as well. But yes, we find ourselves in the morning after Sister Ophelia's ceremony. Once again, waking up in Tyria's Rest, the wonderful
I think
inn.
most of us didn't sleep.
Certainly Rowan didn't sleep very well.
Can't sleep. Ophelia will bite me.
Did see that meme. Yep. Or Percival. Percival will eat me.
Yeah.
But yes, we awaken in Tyria's Rest. We are in summer, and so it is notably warmer than it has been in some of your previous adventures.
Wow.
When you were returning from the Ash Hills, the weather was definitely changing. And for those of you who are not perhaps used to the cauldron climate as well, there is a kind of early summer kind of temperature and feeling in the air. Like things are beginning to heat up. The ambient temperature is warmer. The sky is very clear, a bright blue. There is just a gentle wind blowing through the streets of Ashen Rest. And many of the cauldrons, as they are going about their business, you notice that summer seems to be a particularly important season to the cauldrons. There is a liveliness in the air. There is an energy that is building. Perhaps following on from St. Typhoon's Day, a recent festival, there's a lot of love and passion around the place. Clothing is perhaps looser or more sort of lighter garments, and people are very much enjoying being outside. The restaurants and taverns have all set most of they've got like outside seating for everyone, and also it's bustling with tourists as well, people that are traveling and exploring Cauldron during these summer months. But yeah,
Nice. I love this season.
this is Xanthias' happy time.
Warm-blooded dude. I got fire resistance.
You do?
This is great for me. I'm
This
having
is
the time of my life.
exceptionally comfortable, right? You are, just totally fine.
And if I ever need to cool down, I'll just walk into the garden.
And that's the thing. Kim would love this climate. Kim needs this climate right now.
Yeah.
Gruff is very much sleeping in his hermitage.
Yeah.
Or just existing in it at every free moment. He's just out there in the cold, just like an air-conditioned room, just a little air-conditioned microclimate.
So is that frozen land, is that your comfortable level? Mm-hmm. Okay. So what do you look like when you come out of that?
Ice cube.
Just
Slides.
yeah. Well, he just turns into a is it humid? Or is
It
more
wouldn't be humid, it's a dry heat. It's a dry heat, man.
dry
Yeah,
heat.
it's a dry heat.
Yeah.
Because it is, volcanic in this area and it's not near the coast. So, yeah, I would say it's quite a dry, we're if you want to think of it, you're kind of looking at Spanish, Italian summer kind of vibes, very Mediterranean kind of climate, right? So, a little bit of humid, but not humid,
He's probably
It's just perfectly temperate.
He's probably drooping a little, just like a bit oh god,
Yeah.
so hot.
His tongue's always out.
Every opportunity you just flatten out on the ground in the sun.
Yeah, you know how cats puddle?
Yeah. You're always belly up.
No, that's my belly up. I'm not feeling safe enough to have my belly up.
Right.
Gruff is belly down. Perhaps the summer coat has come through as well, because it was spring. Most of your adventures so far have taken place throughout the spring.
Shedding like mad.
Do you shed fur all over the
Lions
place?
shed? They must do.
They must do.
I'll Google it.
Also, you're a winter lion, so I
Yeah.
guess you do. You're a
But
palace
would
cat.
I ever because if an ice hut is just cold all the time, so would I shed?
No, that's true.
We need
Yeah.
to brush out your undercoat.
Isn't that more of a long hair cat thing?
Mountain
Fucking
lions
no, dude.
do.
Mountain lion.
Are you a mountain lion?
You're more mountain lion-y.
I guess I am more mountain lion-y, yeah.
There are two wolves inside me.
Both of them bad.
Both, yeah.
Both
So,
of them rabid.
Anyway, woo.
what are people doing? I'm going to remind you that Mark's DMing this week, so it's a lot less passive. I'm going to be like, right, what are you fucking doing? Where are we going?
Just as a point of admin, I've handed out the stuff that we took from the Violent Vault, so I now have the Void Star Ring.
Yes.
And you have both the spell
I
stones,
have
or
both the spell stones that I intend to, at some point, I know it's a project to do, I want to turn them into scrolls maybe like, I don't know, find some way to make them more accessible to everyone else.
Yeah, so you would need to learn them first. So you would need to absorb the knowledge from them, which takes a ritual, and it costs.
So 10 minutes.
Well, no, it's a is. Well, I use
Not
the
a
term
ritual
ritual
cast.
as in not a ritual cast, but as in
Right,
a
okay.
ritual of process to learn and absorb the knowledge.
Sure.
You do it over a long rest, and it's 50 gold of like incense and materials and things like
Okay.
that. And for you, I would almost imagine it almost being like ink that you paint on your skin, like your runes, and then it becomes absorbed into your natural magic.
Yeah, okay.
And it's 50 gold per level of the spell. So the first level spell would be 50 gold,
Okay.
150 gold for the third level spell, but you can do that over a long rest. And then once that's done, you can then write them as spell scrolls, but that's a bit more of an ongoing
Sure.
process.
But for now, with me having these things, they're like a one-time use thing as well, right?
If you use them as if you
yeah.
consume them, they are gone forever.
Yeah.
That
That's
would
the
not be a
only-
wise way to
The
use
only
them.
instance of that spell, I know what these spells do, and they are pretty good. And I want to try and make them accessible to.
Well, if you want to, you could say that like over the last like long rest, like literally last night, you could have done the ritual.
Oh, I
to
could have-
sort of-
okay.
Just basically spend the 200 gold, and then you have access to those spells. You would need to replace spells that you know with them. So you don't gain them for free. You would basically replace a first level spell you know and a third level spell you know.
Okay.
Because you're a sorcerer, you're not a wizard. You don't just get to have spell knowledge. Like you have to replace what you know.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
have a think about that.
Fair enough.
Just as
will.
a point of a little more admin, I'm also going to leave some of my loot at the Tyria's Rest. So
Great.
I had a chest of 800 gold from the Ashen Citadel ruins. I also had 2 ruby and obsidian statues from the same place. So I'll just leave them somewhere, maybe in the basement or something. Tyria's Rest.
All right.
And that is all thought that Gruff is going to have to the security of that.
Okay. I love that. I love that for you. Sure.
So good for you.
Yeah, that's absolutely. So, like, yeah, you can basically because half of the basement is Xanthius's like arcane workshop. So, like, in the other half, you've started putting down some like these chests and bags full of statues and things like that. You know, your acquired treasures from your adventuring.
Dragon's Hoard down there.
Yeah, feel free to like, and again, this is your like bastion. This is your like base. You can leave stuff here if you want. You know, I'm not a dick of a DM. I'm not going to be like, let me see if thieves randomly oh yeah, they robbed everything you own. I'm not going to do that. Also, like, you are very well known in Ashen's Rest. Like the Duke's Guard, if you leave, they're going to make sure that somebody's keeping an eye on the tavern and stuff for you.
I think it's still that gruffy idea as well. Like, even though obviously he's been traveling around, he's still used to the kind of homestead nature of
Very
Shane
trusting,
Morrow,
yeah, it's
where it's
like-
like you leave your door open and it's fine.
You
Like,
leave your door unlocked, and
Yeah.
strangers come in all the time, and
Yeah,
it's
tea,
it's,
milk. It's
yeah.
like, but they don't take your chest of gold.
And I think that like thievery in Cauldra wouldn't be much of a thing because there's too much of a prideness. Like if you're going to be a thief in Cauldra, you don't just go for like some random house and like you break into some poor merchant. You go after like the best artistry or the best. You go for like the big bank heist or whatever, right? Perhaps in somewhere like other places, Kelskaris, yeah, thievery you might need to worry a little bit about because that's kind of a bigger cosmopolitan metropolitan area. But yes, anything else before you guys head out on the road? Because we are going to be doing like travel rules and stuff. So if there's anything you want to do in Ashen Rest, now is the time.
I'm going to leave my demon gun behind in the
Sure, in your arcane workshop.
Yeah, down there. I'm just like, this is cool, but I'll research it later. Throw it over my shoulder. Hits the ground.
Shoots you in the head, yeah.
Xanthius
Through the
dies.
floor.
Yeah.
It destroys.
God.
It destroys the clever toad machine. Unfortunately,
Oh,
Where I was.
it's all broken and can never be used ever again.
Can you imagine someone who
But
breaks
no, I
into
did
this
forget to
place?
mention that in the recap. Rowan did purchase
Yeah.
the clever toad
I thought you were going to do a
machine.
special second recap.
That's
for it.
right. Yeah, I did. No, hang on. Let me do that. And also, Rowan purchased the clever toad machine from the Tarek family kobolds and has installed it within Tyria's Rest. And which Xanthius discovered that there is no way to claim the money spent on the clever toad machine. In fact, it is being teleported to an unyet known location.
I know.
There you go. So there's my addendum.
As you're putting this demon gun down, you just hear like that sound of copper coin, just like dull, just above you. Like the
It never even hits.
And then the
it goes
music
through the
starts
coin.
playing. Like the floor's like not that thick.
It's been like this all night.
Yeah. How much has Rowan spent on the clever toad?
Let me check my inventory. I reckon I could spend a good 20.
Okay. You do 20 predictions.
Yeah.
You at this
20
point,
bonds worth,
you
okay.
can
Overnight.
yeah. You can basically make up a bunch of like prophecies that you will like. Just make anything relevant. Like, oh, they said that the clever toad said at noon this thing would happen.
Wait, you mean
fair,
these aren't actual
Got the whole
prophecies?
day planned.
What? I mean, listen. Like for those of us sat at the table, absolutely not.
So it's been a night since Rowan
Yes.
bought. Was there an issue with any Hierophants over the night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seemingly not.
Because there was fortune yesterday for the Tarek family.
Nightfall. There was a problem at Nightfall, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not this nightfall. Your prediction of that's tonight might not be correct. There could be some night we're going to have a problem with a Hierophant.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Anything from anyone else? Ophelia?
I think Ophelia will ask if Teresa can help look after the shrine while she's gone. Maybe asked Teresa to maybe do some writing as well. Give her a plain book and some parchment, and get her to sort of write down some of the sermons. Just
Start making copies and
Yeah.
things like that. Yeah, basically at this point, Teresa's your PA.
Yeah.
And will do, if you give her a task, she'll do it. Like, you've
Nice.
given her, after everything that happened with the Lamplighters Guild and sort of losing her purpose. And she's a semi-talented, like, engineer, like, magical engineer. Like, she can, like, you know, she has a little bit of personal magic that she can do, kind of like cantrips and stuff like that. Maybe a couple of first-level, low-level spells. And has training in, like, artisan's tools and things like that. She's a pretty smart little woman, like, a pretty smart halfling. Or is she a gnome? I think she's a gnome.
She's a gnome, yeah.
Yeah, gnome. But yeah, like you can definitely put her to work on stuff. Like, yeah, if you wanted to start like copying out some sermons and things like that, like, do you want to leave a copy of your prayer book for her
Yeah.
to like start making copies of? Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. She's happy to do that.
Nice.
Yep. Excellent. Sweet. And Sir Vraxis Kel also said he would come by and keep an eye on things as well
brilliant,
for you as
cool.
well. So there will be a sort of like a trained warrior guard present in the area most nights. So
awesome. Very cool.
I was just thinking I would use my Hermitage
yes.
to gain a spell slot.
Yes, this is like a one use. You choose when you use that free spell slot, right? Basically.
Yeah.
But once you've used it, that free extra. It's like you get a free casting of a spell up to third level, basically.
Fourth level.
Fourth level, that's right. And the same for you as well, Rhea. You can do that with your shrine as well.
Yeah.
So you could do that as well if you would wish.
Yeah, I think I'll do that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well.
That sounds cool as hell.
You do have to do a little ritual. I believe it costs you a certain amount of gold. You have to buy, like,
25.
yeah, it'll be the same for you as Rhea.
I haven't got any money, so I'll just
Do you want some money from Daddy?
small item of worth.
Wait, is that Groff
trying to
saying
see
that
if
or
it's
Kim
an
saying
answer.
It's
that?
absolutely not Groff saying that.
Okay. Because if it was Kim saying it, it'd be mummy.
Absolutely.
Like you said last week.
I don't know gender.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I might not have put it down there, but
No, I got it,
it'll
yeah.
be the same.
Could I have 25 gold, please, Gruff? I'm sorry I spent all my money on Percival.
Are you asking Kim? Are you asking Gruff?
Gruff or Kim?
Whoever will give the money.
Whoever has the actual money in game. Yeah, Gruff will give you 25.
Thank you, Gruff. Yeah, Ophelia will then perform the ritual required.
Yeah, so just mark it off. 50 gold, basically. Gruff. But yeah, the two of you kind of take some time. You know, you've bought like incense. You go to maybe Aquilo's alchemical and buy like, you know, really strong, magically enhanced incense. There is a kind of general... One of the kind of products of the world of Altheya is generally just called essence or magical essence. And there are various types of it. You can get elemental essence, so you can get like fire essence and, you know, ice essence and things like that, or air essence. But also there is just arcane essence, which is a kind of amalgamation. It's kind of a distilled version of magic, which seems to naturally occur in the material plane. And sometimes that's combined with things like incense or ink and things like that. And that's what wizards writes their spell books with, and, you know, it kind of gives an example of like some of these things. They do not call it whiz-jizz, Chris Trump, no. It is not referred to, as far as you're aware, in the world, in the alchemical, scholarly world,
Where Rowan's
it's
from.
not called whiz-jizz.
Here's our step.
Rowan might...
Rife.
Yeah, you call it whatever you want.
You're a menace.
But yes, the two of you conduct this ritual, and yeah, it'd be different, same effect, but different kind of routes for Gruff. this is about a connection with the land. This is about sort of quiet, peaceful meditation, attuning yourself, feeling that cold breeze on you, and realizing that there isn't a voice, but there is a somewhat of a deep, slumbering sentience to the world, to the earth, to the trees, to the air, to the snow, to everything. There is this presence that is deeply, deeply asleep.
I think as well, I just have it in my head that this is the first time Gruff has ever done anything like this. He's never questioned like his druidic magic, and it's always been very low level, but obviously now, and with the talks with Branth and stuff like that, he's exploring this whole idea that, yeah, there is something more here. Like, he's always felt a connection to the land, and particularly the sea and the ice, but now this whole concept of meditating and connecting with it, it's very new to him. And like, yeah, being able to summon Saren now and stuff like that, it's making him think in his own noggin.
Yeah, and like probably bringing to mind like stories, being a very faithful devotee of the Church of the Scions, the stories, the early stories told of Altheya, who is where the name Altheya, the world's name, comes from, who basically gave their life to become, to replenish the land after the Bright Storm, this thing that was supposedly, wiped out the Proto-Magi. Like, they gave up their life essence to become the mountains and to regrow the trees and to fill the lakes and things like that. The lakes are made of their tears and blood. The mountains are their bones and their body, that kind of sense. And that's very downplayed in the church, in like modern church teachings, but it's kind of like the old like myth basically, and kind of beginning to maybe connect a little bit with that.
Think about that a bit more and be like,
Yeah. And then for Ophelia, this is a proper communion with the grave father. This is offering up, going through perhaps a bit more rote, a bit more sort of stereotypical. Like, these are the prayers you were taught as a child. Perhaps you attended ceremonies in the grand cathedrals of Osseous, their black glassy marble and bones carved directly onto the great pillars, drapes of red and black fabric, perhaps there with the Countess, and just repeating some of that and feeling this presence with you, this kind of shadow that seems to walk and move with you, and knowing that the Grave Father is with you, and empowering your magic.
That'll bring Ophelia some confidence and some comfort for the journey ahead, given that the level up events made her feel a little bit uncertain towards her magic and the changes that she went through. But now she's instilled with that confidence again after the sermon as well, and doing the ceremony again. It's kind of imbued her.
Excellent.
Once more.
Wonderful. Anything from Xanthius or Rowan before you head out?
Rowan wants to go out into the shops. I imagine when the alchemical
essence
is gathered, Rowan also goes out with them. Ask Gruff for some coin as well, in a queue behind Ophelia.
Yeah, imagine like Ophelia's like, oh, can I? And Rowan's like, oh.
I spent all my money on the clever toad yesterday, and then my copper coins. And
you really need to start saving your money, boy.
Yeah.
How much?
Oh, 1 gold.
1.
Just 1 gold.
Just 1, not 25.
No, just 1.
Okay, you can have 1.
Goes in his little coin purse. Gruff. It's like quite hot, Gruff. You're like, oh, you're in the shop. Like, you bring out the coin, give it to Rowan.
Rowan's going to go to a basic clothier of sorts and get a colourful felt hat.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, like, perfect kind of thing. Like, keeping the sun off your head. You find sort of
tall.
Like, tall.
So,
what kind of hat are you looking for?
Imagine, like, fez. Tall.
Right. Okay. But with a brim?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah?
Yeah. But it's got to be big enough for me to hide the hearthstone in.
So, like, it goes in that, and then you put it on your head. So it's on top of your head, under the hat.
Yes.
Sure. There would be, this would be basically It'd have like a domed top to it. It'd look a little bit like an Amish hat. Like a kind of like big sort of like, pilgrim's hat with a slight doming. But this wide felt hat. The available colours, because this is Cauldra, they're not very green. It's like, I think brown would probably be the only one that would really match.
I would like something that really stands out.
Oh, they have a bright red, beautiful cauldron red bright hat.
A real summertime hat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
And they you can probably get ones like there's plain ones. There's one with like flower decorations. You can get things with like little
I've only
embellishments.
got 1 gold, so is that just the base hat?
1 gold. I will allow you to buy a base hat for 1 gold.
I misjudged the hat pricing.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, this is like a really quite cheap brown, like mud brown hat.
I was eyeing up this amazing
That is like 10 gold for the nice hat.
Oh. And I take the brown one.
Yeah.
How obvious are you being?
I'm like at the window just pouring at them. Oh.
What's wrong, Rowan?
Oh. I thought the hats would be differently priced.
Right, so you want that one?
No. His chin wobbles. I'll be fine with the cheaper one.
I feel like I need to make a constitution.
It'd be wisdom to resist.
That one right there.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Would you look after it?
of course I would. It's for the rock.
Isn't it better to secure the rock in a satchel or something?
Well, I feel like I've learnt a lot since Candle Hat. And freeing up my hands is phenomenal. And I can't put big rock with small rocks and food because it will crush them.
What if you had 2 satchels?
That thought never crossed Rowan's mind.
I mean, you wouldn't even need a satchel, like a belt pouch.
Yeah,
like you could buy like a large pouch that slides on the belt, right?
Yeah,
and that would be
Gruff
fine.
Gruff
Like, yeah, Gruff like points at like his pouch and is like this.
Another. By God, Gruff.
By the
By the
saints.
saints and science.
By the Aska.
Who is this?
We're going to have to update Rowan's character art now. He's got a whole nother satchel.
I've got a whole thing on
Well,
my
he's also
thing.
bought the brown hat.
Yeah.
Oh, you bought it? Okay.
Yeah, I've already got it.
He said he bought the hat. He's got that hat. But you could go and buy another pouch, which I believe is about $1 to buy a little pouch.
Well, I've got the hat now, so I put the rock in the hat.
Remove the hat for a moment.
The rock falls out. Like it just like falls off his head.
Whoops.
Yeah, this isn't working.
So you are walking around with like, about a sort of this size stone, like just balanced on your head. And you put the hat on. As soon as the hat comes off, like, or even if you move too quickly, like
It's a windy day and it flies off. The rock is
I thought
gone.
the rock would hold it down, but then I realised
the rock's inside.
it's in it.
It's like you need a chin strap, like a little ribbon.
Oh, yes.
No, that's not going to help. No.
Why not? What's my intelligence?
You're not this dumb.
It's pretty low.
It's 8.
Mine is 8.
Yeah.
It's pretty low.
It's not that low.
6.
It's below average.
Sentry's intelligence was 8. Let's make
I
that
don't think
point.
Sentry will put an artifact in a hat on a head.
Magic. You're currently operating at like grog 6 in. You're operating at like 6 intelligence right now.
He's on an off day.
He's spent too much
long
time.
night.
Yeah.
Taravangian low.
Taravangian day.
He's on a Taravangian off day.
Yeah. He spent too much time playing video games all night, playing
Clever
Levitated
token.
all night.
I've really been maxing that though.
Right, I don't understand anything that you're saying there, boyo.
Me neither.
But you need less toad time. I'm going to buy.
I was getting all my toad time in before our long journey.
All right, I'm going to buy you a little belt pouch to put the stone in. Is that okay?
That would be lovely, Gruff. Thank you.
All right.
It's a gold. Buy him a pouch. Xanthius. So I
Right,
think Xanthius
man, I'm
wants
just
to-
like prepping to head out because we
Okay.
bought some potions.
Got the
to
rations,
spread
got
out, all the
potions.
We've got 10 days rations and Rodri rations.
Have we actually got Rodri?
Not
You
yet.
can go and pick them up. It's super easy.
I'm
We're
going to
gonna
get
put him on the way.
Rodri.
All right. Yeah, you make your way over to the stables. You pick up Rodri and your wagon, which has been stored there as well. Your covered wagon that you can rest in, or at least several of you can sleep in. And yeah, I'm gonna guess you would all meet at like the north gate of Ashen's Rest, having made all your preparations and things like that.
I'm trying to think, was there anything else we needed to do before we leave?
We forgot Daisy. Home Alone.
Yeah. No,
Podcast
Daisy will be
He's
with
not
you.
here today, if that's not obvious already.
Latte fun. We've done a latte fun run.
We've done that. I've got some already, yeah.
Nice.
Did you shut all the windows?
I opened all the windows.
No, you shut them.
It's okay, well,
summer.
yeah, no, you probably want
No,
to...
but we're away. Like,
It'll get stinky and
It's
moldy.
okay, we've got people looking after the house while we're going.
Yeah, Teresa's there.
Rex
people
card
to-
is there as well.
Yeah.
So.
Did you turn the tap off?
I kept that running. I thought you said keep it running, Gruff.
Heating off, locks.
On.
What is heating?
The fire's off. I think we snuffed the
Fire
fire.
is on.
we put out the bonfire.
Yes.
Luckily, it was magical, so gave
It's
off
in the
no
dark.
heat.
Yeah.
Or light.
No, it gives off heat. It doesn't give off light.
Yeah.
I remember how magic works.
Yeah.
I've
Did
learned
everyone-
my whiz jizz. Let's see. We've got
Did everyone
rations.
kiss the toad goodbye?
No, I didn't do that.
No,
I presume you did.
absolutely
That's
not.
fine.
Oh my god.
Absolutely not.
Well, we've got rations. We have our potions. We have all of our equipment. We have
We got Percy.
Percy. Percy's equipped.
Percy
ready to
is
go.
here.
I am ready to go.
How are you
I forgot
feeling?
you can speak,
Your
first of all. I'm so
first
sorry.
adventure is this new Percy.
I feel trepidation. I'm worried that you will be hurt, Sister Ophelia.
Oh, don't worry. I'm worried you'll be hurt.
I had not considered that before.
Well, oh dear.
Oh no.
It'll be fine.
You will be able to reconstruct me.
Yes. Yes, I will. Oh, I don't like that thought of you being reconstructed.
And you, because Percy wears his new armor. He has his armor, his chainmail, but he has a helmet and a shield and his transforming halberd now. I'm guessing he has those under like his heavy monk robes and his big cloak that he wears to kind of help him blend in a little bit. A lot of people are like looking like this is quite warm weather, and Percy's in like these heavy black, like thick linen robes or like heavy kind of sackcloth robes, and everyone's like, "Oh, is he all right?" And you just hear a voice from the dark shadows, like, "I am fine."
Like Ophelia is sweating, like her like makeup and her eyes is like dripping a little bit down her chin. She's like, I can't keep it on. It keeps dripping down my. It's so hot. How do you
Is it
cope?
normally much colder in Osseous?
Oh, it's not this hot. It's it's level. It's temperate. Everything stays the same. It doesn't fluctuate like this.
It's almost very few. There's not really seasons in Osseous.
If I had the money, there was a perfect hat that would have blocked all that sun off of you, and it was red too.
Was it?
Yep.
Oh, I'll get it later. It'll be fine. Percy, can you just like pin my hair up a little bit for me? It's making my neck sweat. Thank you.
Skeletal hands come out, just begin like pinning the.
Not to bring up Ilana Vidante, but she did have a parasol boy, remember?
Weren't you supposed to be seeing her again?
When we get back, she wasn't in.
Right, okay.
Yes.
I really might go back and check the windows are locked.
If you really have to, but I'm pretty sure we'll be fine with the people watching the place. Also, most people probably still think the place is haunted.
That's true.
We need a ghost machine.
We have the clever toad.
That's true.
Do you mean a machine that makes it look like there's still a ghost there, like
Yeah.
a bad haunted house?
Yes.
It's like a shit
Like
project.
It's like
Dun, 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 dun,
So we're
dun,
home alone
dun,
in
dun,
it.
dun.
Yeah.
It's just like there's Tyria on a bunch of strings just doing this.
oh, it's busy tonight in the pub.
Don't go in there.
I thought you said they went home. They've gone home. Little Home Alone reference for all of you people that are there that know Home Alone. Yeah. Anyway, so you successfully do the things that you need to do, and
Inane nothing.
Yes.
Nay, nothingness comes to an
end. Yeah.
you
Serious
set
business now.
out.
Thing of note was
You head out of Ashen's Rest. Now, you do have a map.
Journey time, map
It is journey time.
Time.
So, what is the route that you expect to be taking?
So, we are in Ashen Rest. People are going to hate me for that one.
my god.
1, 2, 3 tiles. Well, do we know about you put a marker on the map? Do I know about this marker?
Yeah, because you would be able to go and like ask and be like, oh, can someone point out where Colville, or like, do you know where Colville is? Where are we going? And like, there would be locals. Like, Colville is a very small village, but there are like a couple of people that come by for business, and like the Reeve has to like come and have appointments with the Duke and things like that. So like people know about it. It's just not a big place to. It's not an important enough place to go on maps. But yeah, they'd be able to like say, oh, it's sort of in this region, like they would say, like it's 3 days travel, give or take, things on the road. It's roughly around here. It's near the river. You can't miss it. Look for the big lumber mill.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's not really for podcast listeners, the map is available on Patreon for free to look at. You might have to scroll a bit though. So there is a road kind of going that way, but we will have to go off-road. But if we follow just the river down, would that be quick travel?
It wouldn't be quick travel, no, because like
quicker than just going through the wilds.
No, because you're still going to be going through woodland and stuff like that, and there's going to be areas where like you're not going to be able to necessarily walk right alongside the river. It's not particularly paved or ready for roads. If you were like traveling on a barge or something like that, you maybe could do, but it's very rare for barges to go upriver. Here they are normally going downriver. They normally go between Ashen Rest and Pharos and then Emberfoot. They don't tend to go beyond Ashen Rest because there's not a lot of reason to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I guess we could just. I mean, if we just follow the river down alongside it, I presume, then it will just take us straight there. And either way, it's. Oh no, there's forest. Here, and here. So that is already slightly.
It's going to be about 3 days with the forests, with the forests and hills.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah. North.
You guys set out heading north, and your first part of your journey takes you across a mixture of like farmland and countryside. You're following like little country trails. You're not on the Imperial Highway. This is not a paved, maintained road. You are taking these little hiking trails, weaving in between farmland. And out here north of Ashen's Rest, there is a significant amount of it. This is where most of the town's food is grown. There are vineyards, there are vegetable crops, there are fields of wheat and grains, and most of your journey for the first day takes you through this kind of area. It does, as you set off, not shortly after, maybe late morning, a sort of heavy summery rain begins to fall. And so like you are, either staying under the cover of the wagon or using, there is a slight relief in that it is a little cooling, but it's still quite warm. It's that kind of hot summery rain. It comes in like these big heavy bursts, like showers you, soaks everything through, and then minutes later it's dry and clear and you begin to feel your clothes drying again, and then maybe a little later on another big gout of heavy rainfall comes down as these big thick dark clouds seem to sweep across the landscape at a rapid pace. You pass farmhouses, you see occasional sort of families out working the fields, or like a couple of kids sat up in a tree munching on their lunch, sort of their eyes and ears pick up like seeing you kind of go past, seeing this motley little crew of you assembled. What are you guys doing on this journey? So tell me what your characters would be doing, and I will do my usual of giving you a sort of secret role depending on what you are doing.
Okay.
Rowan would probably take up the usual that he would do, scouting ahead, just understanding the land a little bit, looking for the path of least resistance.
Okay, so trying to figure out where you're going and keeping yourself, navigation. Okay, cool. So you're kind of taking the lead on that, Rowan. So you've got the maps, you've walked around the countryside many, many times before, kind of keeping your eyes out for trails and kind of pulling the maps out, checking the sun, checking like your location, making sure you're going in the right direction.
Yes, but
Perfect.
Can we add a -2 to the roll?
Sure.
Because I'm also basing a lot of my decisions off of the Clever Toe prophecies.
I love that. I tell you what.
Logically, it would be like left here. I think, based on premonition number 4, we should go through the rocky
Psalms 5:3.
I won't make it a -2. What I'll do is I will say we'll treat a fate dice as a D3.
Yeah.
I'll roll that, and that's the minus you.
Yeah, okay, nice.
So, but you'll gain a fate dice, right? So I'm going to spend a fate dice.
Okay.
and you will have a -3 to your, and this will be a survival roll, but don't make it just yet. You'll make that in just a moment. Let's hear from everybody else. What's everyone else doing?
I know.
So you can see Rowan like leading and be like, "Well, the clever toad said." He's like, you can hear him making these kind of decisions.
I know we're a few days out still, but going through farmlands and like people working the fields and stuff, could I? Even if the wagon is still going forward at full speed, I almost want to stop and just talk to people just to get a feel for the land around us. Just by, I know we're days away from this place, but have they heard any rumours about
this journey is like this. We're doing these rolls now. These are going to represent the multiple days that you're on this journey. This isn't just one day.
Not that individual tile.
So
okay.
also feel free to make your decisions of what you do. Like that can be like, well, when we camp, like, you know, Gruff's going to make dinner for everybody, or like Ophelia wants to, when we camp, I'm going to keep an eye out and stuff like that. Like that can be for like when you're resting and stuff as well.
Yeah, well, at least the first leg of the journey, I'd like to just sort of talk to any of the sort of local people working around here or families or whatever, and just try to get some kind of...
Yeah, what kind of information are you trying to get? Like, what are you trying to get out of this?
Either a quick, nice, clean, easy route to where we're trying to get to, or what stories have you heard about these weird ghost lights in the distance?
Do you have a preference for one? Because I'll say if you choose one over the other, I will be able to give you more.
I would probably choose a safer journey over. So yeah, just a good quick route.
Journey, yeah.
Okay. I will.
Day, right?
Yeah. This is over the multiple.
I was over.
If they give me information, it's like when you see a torn down tree from lightning, turn left. Hopefully the prophecy agrees with me. But
it's weird, but you have to go through it.
Go right through it.
Okay.
And you'll end up in Hogwarts.
When it comes to it, I'll have you make a roll. I'll have you make a persuasion roll.
Okay.
And what that will do is that will determine what kind of information you get, and if you succeed, you'll give Rowan advantage on his roll.
Okay.
Because you'll be able to be like, oh, well, those people back there did tell us that actually we should stick to the left path, and like, you know, kind of help encourage him in that way. But not just yet, because I want to hear what Gruff and Ophelia are going to do on the journey. Again, you can feel free to be creative. Like, doesn't have to necessarily be a set skill. Like, what would your characters do?
I think if it's like when there's a gap in the rain, Ophelia will probably dash out and use her dark vision to go through the forests, looking at sort of like the wildlife and the plant life.
Okay.
Trying to see if any of them are crown steeled, like the ones previously. And also just to get an idea of like what eating's going to be like, what hunting's going to be like.
So like foraging and things like that.
Then she has an idea of what animal she can go and hunt for the group.
Okay, nice, okay. Excellent. Perfect. And I will say, Ophelia, for your checks, basically, Percival will just give you advantage on whatever you're doing because he's going to help you. Like, he's not... You could have him do something else. Like, if you're like, Percival, I want you to watch the wagon or, like, keep a lookout, you can order him to do that. If you don't give him an order, he will default to helping you and giving you advantage on the roll.
I don't know if Percy helped me this time.
Sure.
I've been not very successful with my animal hunting as of late.
Sure.
More animal destruction.
You keep trying to wear their
I keep trying to wear them as hats. Yeah.
And what is Gruff doing?
Definitely not trying to make rude words turn up on the camera. Griffith, enjoying the fact that he can now have Seren along with him, probably is actually sending Seren off on flight. So kind of just almost playing, like doing that kind of call, like sending her out, calling her back. And yeah, just enjoying watching her fly again. And I feel like in that, you know, maybe she could relay, I don't know how, but like...
It can basically scout for you.
Yeah.
It's like flying ahead and like looking out for any dangers. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you have stats for Seren? Because I think we just said we would use a hawk stats. So you should be able to look them up from D&D Beyond. Yes, they should. I think if you go into like extras, you can add a familiar, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think you should just be able to just use the hawk stats.
Have you got a Percival in yours?
I did have a Percival on my
I've got a physical
I've
stat.
got a physical Percival.
Yeah, because he's got upgraded stats. Fantastic. All right, well, in that case, I've got a pretty good idea of some checks for you guys.
We're getting there safe is basically what we're saying.
Well, let's find out if I agree with you. Okay. So, I would like, for this part of the journey, first things first, Rowan, I need you to make a survival roll.
Would I do my persuasion?
Oh, yes, sorry, do your
first?
persuasion first. Yes, thank you.
So I have a pretty good persuasion.
Yeah, we're going to do these for each day of travel.
And I
but
have
we're gonna
rolled
stick to what you
extremely
guys
well.
do.
+6 on my persuasion.
Yep.
9.
9.
Sweet.
You find like a lot of the people, Xanthius, that when you try and approach them, these are quite like simple, country folk, and they're either too intimidated to speak to you, seeing a fancily dressed gold dragonborn. They're sort of easily intimidating, and maybe some of them sort of hurry off before you can even approach them, sort of like usher their kids back inside or like head off. The ones that you do speak to are friendly, but not particularly helpful. Sort of don't know nothing
much.
Yeah, don't go traveling much. Don't know the road past these parts, sir, me lord, and stuff like that. So unfortunately, no advantage to
Fair enough,
Rowan, and
fair
no extra information for you either.
Shit, and also Pierce.
Yeah, Rowan, can you therefore give me a survival roll with a -3?
18.
18.
Wow.
All right.
That is more than enough, and in fact, is going to be great for today. Fantastic. Can I get a perception check from Ophelia and a perception check from Seren specifically?
Seren has +6 to perception.
That's a useful thing of familiars.
19.
19,
Dirty 20.
dirty 20. So yeah, like
Well done, everyone, including me.
Ophelia, you are able to secure enough, hunt for food, basically. So you don't have to expend a ration for a day of travel, for today's day of travel. You manage to hunt down some local game. There is no crown steel. Like, none of the fauna or flora here is affected by crown steel, not as far as you can tell anyway. You are right in the sort of this early part of the journey. You're in the countryside. You pass like small little woodlands and like little copses of trees here and there. You find abundant summer berries. That seems to be quite a popular thing around here. Pass a lot of like blackberry and raspberry bushes. There's a lot of game is in their prime mating season, so there's lots of like deer and more local cauldron beasts that you can easily hunt. It's a good time. And then for Seren, we will keep Seren's role, and it means that Seren will have early warning if you do encounter any sort of encounters or events on the road. What I do need, though, is another survival roll from Rowan for the second day of travel, and then an event is going to occur.
Shit. I really fumbled that one. 12.
A 12. Okay. This is so on the second day, you leave the sort of country farmland behind, and you now enter the Rustwale Woods. It appears you can see the fangs of the Empress, these tall, dark mountains that stretch and cover a huge part of the Empire, leading all the way to Kelskaris. And the Rustwale Woods sit in the shadow of these mountains. And as you approach them, you can see that they expand for a vast region. In fact, Xanthius, you know that these trees go all the way to Rust End, where you're from. These travel days. This is a massive forest. And the trees here are old. This is an ancient woodland, from the earliest days of life here on Altheya, since the Bright Storm. The trees have a odd sort of russety brown, reddish brown colour to them, giving them perhaps the name of rust whale woods or something like that. Their bark almost looks like it's flakes of iron, sort of that red, heavy rust-like, discoloration to them everywhere you look as you pass through. And Chris Trott, as you did, unfortunately, as the terrain becomes a little bit more forested and hilly, you begin to lose your way a little bit. And I need you to roll a D4 for me, please.
Very well. 2.
A 2. Okay, this is to determine your event. Seren flies back to you. So you camp for the first night. You camp without issue the second day of traveling. The second day, the weather is extremely hot. This is like heat wave level temperatures. Those of you who are not Xanthius, your fire resistance makes you completely immune to this effect.
Great.
But the rest of you will have disadvantage on any athletics checks because it's so hot. Like you are just wiped out, from the heat. Like it is doing any kind of like heavy manual work in this heat is going to be exhausting. Also, you would notice that as the sun, like all of the trees and woodland around you, it's very dry. It's you are in proper like heat waves, kind of like territory here. The rain from the day before perhaps like making it a little not like at risk of wildfires or anything like that, but very easy for like dry brush and things like that to go up in flame. As you make your way through, you begin to like head into the sort of outer skirt, the outskirts of the woods. So we're not in dense, thick woodland yet. You're kind of like scatterings of trees, big stretches of like open land, some vague trails and like old stone walls still remain behind. When Seren flies back to you, Gruff, with a sort of curious look in their eye. And do you have any sort of like telepathic communication as part of Find Familiar? Can Seren talk to you?
Double check. I'm still getting used to this.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what it's all here for.
It's a new thing.
Find Familiar. Blah, blah, blah. Telepathic connection. While your familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically.
Okay, great.
And I can also see through their eyes here.
And do you have a preference for like how Seren would refer to you, or like would they call you Gruffith? Would they call you by sort of another sort of other name?
I think Gruffith, yeah.
Yeah, they would just call you Gruffith. So Seren would fly back, and when they get within that 100 feet, you would hear this kind of soft, very cool voice. Gruffith, something ahead, something strange on the road. A man, a small man, and flying creatures. They seem distressed.
Dangerous?
They are very small.
Are they attacking the man?
The man, he seems to be trying to maybe attack them. I am not sure. But it is unusual. There is not much else far from here.
Thank you, Seren. You did good. Stay with me.
Yes, so Seren sort of lands on the wagon, and within moments, you actually kind of see what Seren's referring to. You can see further up the road, there appears to be a halfling man dressed not like a cauldron. He has more sort of brassy bronze. He's wearing ornate jewelry, like these thick braces, thick ringed like neck gorget like necklaces, big like, dangling metallic earrings. Deeply tanned, like deep tan skin, black hair, a little goatee beard on this little halfling. No shoes. He does have like loose little sandals on, just sort of like little flat pieces of like wood with sort of very ornate silk ropes attached to it. And he looks infuriated. There's like a beautiful sort of horse, an actual sort of beautifully maned, no, it would be a riding drake. So beautifully barded riding drake with a small wagon being pulled behind it, upon which looks like a wooden sort of cage system. And all around, you can see this halfling is like jumping up and chasing after about 6 flying snake-like dragons. They're tiny, they don't have legs and arms, they just have wings and like snake bodies, but their heads are very clearly draconic, and they are like flying around him and like flying in the air and like going through all the trees, and you see him like, and as you get closer you hear like, please come down here, you need to get back inside it. And he's like, by the saints and scions, and he's like getting frustrated, and he is not having any luck, and you can even hear like giggling coming from these little creatures like
do we know what these things are?
Yeah, I think that all of you would know what these are, except Ophelia. But all of you who are from Codra, these are called dragonettes. And yeah, they're called dragonettes. They are not actually dragons. They are a sort of flying serpent that looks...
eel.
Yeah, they're pets, basically. They're intelligent. They're kind of like cats. They have like a cat-like personality. That they are intelligent. They have very limited speech. Generally, they tend to just mimic sounds that they've heard. But they do have quite strong personalities, and they're all different colours, red, white, blues, all sorts of different kind of colours, silvery maybe. But yeah, and they're sort of like, and their wings are more gossamer and fairy-like, but their faces are very draconic in the way that they look. They've got scaled bodies. They're not like snake, like smooth scales. They're like, plated scales like a dragon's. And they're just sort of, you can see that they're all, there's like, half a dozen of them, and they are like, some of them, like, they land, and they're like wriggling in the flowers, and they're like, they're very happily sort of in the grass, like on their backs, on their wings. Some of them are like, one of them flies down and is like stealing one of these halfling sandals. Like, he's like, jumps up, and one of them grabs the sandal and whips it off, and then he's like hopping around. He's like, no, come back here, stop this, stop your games. Oh! And he is totally engrossed in this as your wagon draws closer and closer.
Oh dear, glad that's not me. Should we help this man?
What are those horrible things? What are they?
Oh, don't worry, they're perfectly fine and tame, and actually very cute. The way they snuggle up to you, you'll love them. Dragonettes.
Dragonettes?
Yes.
So they're dragons?
No, well, kind of, not quite. Obviously much smaller and much more mischievous. I had one myself many years ago, but maybe for like 2 days, but also ran away. Impossible to find these things, as you can see.
They're not much
very
different to
slippery.
you then.
What? What?
You said they're very cheeky, like you.
Oh, I thought you meant I ran away and am very slippery.
Oh, and also that you did run.
No, you're right. Actually, I can.
So as you draw closer, this halfling seems to almost like hear the thundering of Rodri and the creaking of wagons. He turns around and he starts with, hello, hey, hello.
Oh, hello, hi. Oh. I can see you're having a lot of trouble here with
Oh, my good friend, I am so glad to would you be able to help me? I'm willing to
do what we
offer
can.
a small
I know how difficult these things are to wrangle.
Yeah, well, these are not my only ones. Oh, forgive me, I've not introduced myself. My name is Jun Rookwillow. I'm a merchant from the Suncrest Isles. And I'm supposed to be transporting these to Kelskaris. I got lost on the road. I think I'm miles away from the Imperial Highway. These, my little children, they are flying all over the place, and these ones I think I can eventually get back into the wagon with a bit of food, but some of the others have flown further afield, and I don't wish to leave these here, and I need someone to help me go and fetch the others that have flown away. I'm willing to offer you something in return. I have gold, or perhaps you would care for one of my pets, one of my little beauties?
Well, now, that's very interesting an offer. Before we continue, Jun, now how would I spell that name?
It is J-H-U-N, Rookwillow.
U-N. And
Jun.
then Rookwillow, exactly as I'd spell it.
Yes, of course.
W-H-O-U-K. Willow.
Rookwillow. No, Jun Rookwillow. But yes, no, I could give you one of my darlings as a reward. I could pay some gold or whatever it is. But I just there's another 6. 4 of them flew that way.
Okay.
2 of them went that way. I need to get these back in before I go looking after them, and I'm just by myself. Would you mind helping a poor merchant out?
Oh, of course we'd help you.
Oh, you are. Oh, my dear, you're too kind. He's like hops over to you and like tries to like take a hand, and he's like mwah, like kisses it on the chin. He's just like, oh, you are too kind, my beautiful lady. And he sort of like hops back.
Do you have enough bait in order to get all 6 of them back?
These 6, yes, but the others, well, they flew off. I could give you a few small portions, but perhaps you have ways of coercing them or encouraging them. Or...
they're not named, are they?
I have not named them yet. No. I generally call them by their colors, but you know, they like to be praised and they like to be sort of soothed. They love music. There are many. Fine, I'm sure you will find a way to convince them to come back. They're just playful little things. I think they got a little sick of the road and being trapped up in their cage. But I tried to assure them that it would not be long until we reached Calscaris, and I would be able to pass them on to some wonderful customer who will take care of them and such. But they're playful little things.
Is it still Heatwave Day?
It's really fucking hot. Okay. And like this guy is like, he doesn't seem bothered by the temperature at all. Like he's like maybe a little sweaty, but he's not bothered by it. You know, he's kind of like you, Xanthias, in that he's kind of used to this kind of temperature. But yeah, everybody else is definitely, even Daisy's feeling it. Like Daisy's like, she's like asleep in the wagon. Let's say for the sake of argument, Daisy's like having a hot day nap in the wagon.
Okay.
Ron's going to go to the back of the wagon where Daisy's sleeping.
Yeah.
Look for Stuart.
Yes, Stuart would be in there.
Didn't she say that she was going to?
Oh no, she's going to leave Stuart behind. Yeah, that's true.
I see a space where Stuart should be. I close the wagon.
Stuart's run away.
I mean, I could get it wrong, but I thought Katie was like, she's going to leave it out.
Yeah, I feel-
Let's say for argument until Kate comes back, let's just say that that's the case. Or at least Rowan doesn't see Stuart. Even if Stuart maybe is there later on, for the moment, you don't see Stuart. You see a space where Stuart should be.
Stuart would have been great for sniffing out the dragonettes, but...
That's true. But would you like to play a song at least? Try that. They said they like music.
I could know them with a tune.
Okay.
Also, I could lie to them.
What do you mean?
I could make a big pile of their favorite food.
Oh, you could. What is their favorite food?
It would be like they are meat eaters. Like they are like little sort of like, you know, like the riding drakes and stuff like that. So like small, like, you know, mice and chickens, like little pieces of chicken, little mice. They love mice.
Okay.
Can your illusion make it smell?
Maybe bugs. They like bugs as well.
No.
Same.
They might be able to smell that that's not a real chicken.
Well,
He points in the direction of, and it's kind of, you can see that there's like, there are trees scattered around, so you can't immediately see them. But he basically points to the east and west, and he's like, a bunch of like 4 flew off that way, 2 flew off that way, like.
Okay, I will try to gather the 4 that have gone that way.
you know your dragonettes?
Well, not really. It's more I can see how much you're all struggling with the heat.
What do you mean?
And I mean, it is quite hot, but I can try something. I don't know.
No
I know
fireballs.
No fireballs. No. I know they don't really like whistling too much. I'm making stuff up.
Yeah, like he'll say that, like, yes, loud noise. They do not like loud, sudden noises. They are spooked very easily. They will quickly run. Honestly, knowing my beauties, some of them are probably having a little nap if they can find a nice spot to take a nice little rest. They're probably sleeping. They love to sleep. They love to eat. They do not like loud noises.
So don't spook them.
They like to chase after little mice and insects and things like that that they love to snack upon.
Okay.
You can see that maybe he's got like a bag of like crispy crickets or something like that, and like he's like,
It's a shame.
and like one of them sort of eventually like kind of wraps around his arm like a snake and then starts eating out of his hand, and he like takes that one and puts it in the cage and then shuts the cage.
I don't like when they do that. That's scary. I don't like that.
Listen to that.
Oh, that's really weird.
Oh, you
I don't know
keep a
what-
skeleton.
Yeah, but he's like a big person. He's like little wiggly fast, weird slimy wet flying things.
Oh, they like to perch on your shoulder and climb up your arm. It's delightful.
Do they need like a goo? Are they in a gooey?
No, not gooey. Not gooey. No.
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 Mark shakes his head for podcast listeners. No, they're not doing. They're very dry.
Dry boys.
They're
not
extremely dry.
Very.
They're like a sponge, actually. They suck up all the moisture around you.
Oh, I need all the moisture I can get.
I knew a dragonette lady once. Died. Dehydration.
Yeah, if you die in a house with a bunch of dragonettes, they will eat your face. Yeah.
I mean, we'll try. I guess we will try our best.
We'll try our best. How bad can it be?
How bad can it be? How bad can it be?
How bad can it be?
How bad can it be?
So what's the plan?
How about you two go off that way and us two will go off this way?
Okay, sounds good.
Who's going east, who's going west?
I'm going
Dibs
To
east.
the 4.
to the 4.
To the 4 and then to the 2.
We're going to the 2
Okay,
Sure.
right.
Okay. All right. So,
because we don't do well in the.
how are you approaching this? Are you going to try and sneak up on the dragonettes?
I
Like,
wanna
if you find them, because you need to find them as well. So, like, what are you guys doing?
From what little I know from the now additional backstory of Xanthias having a dragonette
Sure.
for 2 days, I thought going towards them slowly and going was what they like.
Okay.
Instead of whistling or making mouse noises or anything, just little hisses.
Little hisses,
and I'm
sure.
doing that.
So, but approaching slowly
I'm
and
approaching
cautiously.
slowly
Okay.
until at least I discover where they are or how they're hiding
Okay.
or whatever they're
And then
doing.
what's Ophelia doing? Are you going to follow suit?
I think we'll do like a. Can I?
Because I'm
Like,
assuming Percival's with you. as well.
yeah, I think Ophelia will go up in the trees, like spider climb up, and see if they're up in the trees, and then maybe have Percival go alongside Xanthias in like a pincer movement,
Okay.
and we'll try and converge in one spot.
Sure. Can you two and Percival make stealth checks? So for Percival, it'll just be a dex.
Okie dokie.
He does have disadvantage because of his chainmail.
Yeah.
That's the only
Watch
thing.
this.
Watch what? What do we watch?
This is a group stealth, so I need
is it?
at least
Oh,
half
watch
of you to
this.
succeed.
Group stealth, you say?
Go for stealth.
What did you roll, a 2 and a 3?
Yeah.
No way, because I rolled a 1.
Oh wow!
1, 2, 3.
Nice. I will come back to you guys in a moment. What about
You're wrong.
Gruff and Rowan?
How bad can it be?
I was
could be.
thinking of casting Speak with Animals and then
Okay.
like calling out to them in the
Okay.
animal language.
Yeah, I mean, these are beasts. They do
Yeah.
count as beasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, okay. And then what about
I
Rowan?
have a fucking
Rowan's
druid.
going to start playing a soft tune on his sostenuto, but it's going to be a skulking Pink Panther tone.
Oh,
Dun.
That's his skulking These dragonettes.
Cool. Can I get a performance check from Rowan and a persuasion or animal handling from Gruffin?
He's gonna be animal handling.
I figured it would be.
Royalty 3 stealth music.
17.
17.
Ooh. 23.
23. I'll deal with you two first. So you make your way, not being particularly quiet, in fact, being quite noisy, shouting out, calling out, like, oh, dragonettes, come to me, and then playing this music. You eventually kind of make your way out into like a little grove in the middle of this kind of scattering of trees, a big wildflower meadow, basically. And you can see that these 4 dragonettes have basically been chilling in amongst all the flowers. They're like, some of them are curled up like in amongst all the flowers, some of them like wriggling around. They're just having a lovely time. And you sort of see them, if we imagine like a bed of wildflowers, and as they hear the music and the shouts, these little heads, like little snake heads, pop up and like whip around in your direction. Vroom, 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 vroom. And then they whip towards you, totally entranced by the music. And then Gruff, you begin to hear like, pretty music, yes, we love it, more. As they kind of begin swarming around Rowan.
Snake noises.
They really like your music, so maybe if you keep playing, we're walking back that way. Hello.
Hi, hello. Like, there's
What's
4
your
different
name?
voices. Names? Well, we don't. Names? That's blue. I'm red.
I'm Gruff, and this is my friend Rowan.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Is there going to be more music? Do you have any food? And they kind of start sniffing around you, Gruff, like,
There is food back at the cart you came from.
you're very fluffy.
I am very fluffy.
They start like brushing up against you and sort of just they seem to like experience like textures and smells and flavors and sounds like seem to really
Do you
excite
like
them.
my mane?
Oh, and they sort of like sneak and like they start like burrowing into it because they don't have arms, but like they've got these little claw appendages on their wings, so they can kind of bring those in and they sort of nuzzle.
Grufford. What's going on?
Yeah, they've gotten into the tunic now. Rowan, like one's like wrapped around the brim of your hat, and the other one is sort of like wrapped around your wrist and is like, I love this. I love your music. I love your sound.
Keep going, Rowan. They really love your music.
They don't bite, do they?
Oh no, they're fine. They're just a bit tickly.
Slowly creep our way back.
That's right, lad. Keep
Yeah.
going.
And yeah, the two of you together, you catch these 4 dragonettes easly. Like, they are totally engrossed in music and being able to, like...
No, Rowan! Not the intrusive thoughts!
and McGruff keeping conversation with them and, like, you know, keeping them talking. They are really, like... They're like little excitable, like, toddlers. Like, they have, like, cat mentality. Like, yeah, they're like little mischievous cats.
Herding these two around an airport.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, they probably do things like, they're probably like, one of them wiggles out of your tunic and is like nudging your little gourd, like, what's in here? I want to see inside. And like kind of like tries to like open it, but it can't, it's too strong. It's just like, and then it like, it gets distracted and starts playing with like, you know, something on like Rowan, like they start tugging at your little sash and things like that. Like,
Hey, my new belt pouch.
With a little bell on my collar.
oh, as soon as they find that bell collar, they're just like, bing, 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 and they just play. And like, but they'll do that for like a minute, and then they get bored. They're like little ADHD cats, these little dragonettes. But the two of you eventually make your way back to Jun, and yeah, he's like, oh my god, thank you so much. And he's got like half of his in the cage at this point, and he kind of helps guide them back in from you and sort of lures them in. Meanwhile,
Ophelia, how's it going up there? It's so dry down here. There's so many sticks. Someone set up a load of cans on a string.
I'm sweating.
Ding, 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 ding.
Sweat on the list. I can see the sweat.
There's so many kitchen utensils down here.
the two of you, as you are stalking your way through the woodlands here, making a fair bit of noise. Like, Percival just doesn't really seem to understand being quiet, so he's trying to like move, but the chainmail's rattling. You know, you're stepping loads of sticks and things like that. But you hear this kind of faint shrill, like, this kind of like screeching noise as you hear this kind of dull boom, boom. And as you step through and as you kind of break through a little tree line, you see two of these dragonettes are actually at the top of a tree, desperately trying to get away from a very bizarre looking creature.
Okay.
You see a 7-foot tall, crystalline, humanoid-like shape. There is no features to it. There's no gender to it. It's almost just this most perfect mannequin of crystal that's glowing with multicolored light inside its body. It has 4 arms, 2 of which are like trying to grab these creatures out of the tree, but they're too quick. And then 2 of them seem to end in these elongated oval shapes, and it's trying to grab them, and you hear this tone that is very different but somehow very reminiscent of the types of noises you heard in the Proto-Magi Vault.
Okay.
As this creature, there's no voice to it, but it's just, it's like emanating these droning noises, and it's like climbing up the tree and is trying to grab these dragonettes that are like freaking out.
Yeah.
Like they are just trying to get away from this thing.
Oval hands.
But then as you kind of step forward, crunch, Xanthius, you and Percival make a heavy footfall, and you see this crystalline mannequin. It just turns completely featureless. No eyes, no mouth, no nose, just pure spherical head shape. And it turns it in your direction, lets go of the tree. Roll initiative.
Oh, shit! Oh! I like see it. I'm still in like, the moment I see something, I'm going to sing a song.
Twinkle, twinkle.
Now listen up, here's the story.
Can I have a pencil? Thank you. Something I forgot.
Oh, man. Do you guys need to roll as well?
Not here.
I would say, yeah, for now, like, you know, for now, they don't know anything's wrong.
We're having a
Some
lovely
chairs
time.
and some popcorn.
Yeah?
So we've
guys
got
got this.
Yes, Ophelia and Percival. You can just roll initiative for Percival separately for this, Rhea, I think.
Is it crystalline as in you can see through it?
Yeah, like it's not fully translucent. There is some like frosting.
misty,
Yeah, but
yeah.
there are colored lights inside it, like red,
Just pulsing.
purple, green, blue, all throughout its body.
Is it what? How tall is it?
7 feet tall with 4 arms.
It's like
But 2 of its arms don't have hands. They have, and I don't want you to laugh at this. They almost look a little bit like Mega Man's like Buster cannons, like these oval like cannon-like shapes on its arms.
I can't laugh at that. That's cool as shit.
Okay.
so
4 arms, 7 feet.
okay.
That's a lot of feet.
That is a lot of feet.
Right,
Oh,
Xanthias, initiative.
7.
Xanthias, initiative, please.
7 foot.
That's a lot of feet.
Tom,
11.
thank you. Stop cracking jokes and answer me when I ask.
Father wishes for your
I'm
attention.
making content.
Yeah, I'm making content too. It's called a combat round. Ophelia. Fucking ain't Mara DMing this week, motherfucker. Like 10.
10.
10. And then for Percival.
Percival got 14.
14, he's quicker than...
He's so much faster than me.
He's so much faster. And then our construct. 13. Perfect. So Percival, perhaps this is like, you know, fresh. This is his first time being in a combat and being much more aware. And instinctively, he's going to react. And like, you can just control Percival. Like,
Nice.
you decide what he does on his turn.
Cool.
But this thing looks at you and begins to advance menacingly towards you. Let's say he is about 30 feet away.
Oh god. Okay, let's see. Well, I think Percival will instinctively go towards where Ophelia is, who's currently up in the tree, and he would stand kind of protectively at the base of the tree waiting for Ophelia to come down.
Okay.
So we have the shield raised, ready to come,
So he pulls his shield out. He's got his one-handed, like
One-handed
axe version of the
halberd,
halberd. Yep.
and he's just ready.
Yep. Does he want to ready in action if anything comes
Yeah,
close?
he'll ready in action. He'll strike if the construct comes close.
Okay, perfect. This creature, it goes next. The 2 dragonets just immediately, now that attention's on them, they fly back the way you've come. So they fly back in the direction that you guys came from.
Yep.
This thing will glance, and it's sort of very Terminator-esque, sort of scans you, Xanthias and Percival, and then looks up at Ophelia. And its face doesn't have eyes. It just glances over Percival. Like it doesn't really either know he's there or certainly doesn't seem to care about him. And looking between you two, Xanthias, he just makes his way over to you, and he's going to try and grab you. First. That is only an 11
Against, well, my AC.
AC.
That does not hit.
Yeah, so he goes to like grab you with one of his hands. You manage to pull yourself away, and with his second attack, he's going to try and grab you again. That is a 16.
I will use a reaction to cast shield. Jump out of the way and then block it. The next one with my shield.
Okay. He just like comes up, and this is like T-1000 just like tries to grab you, and its movements are so rigid and inflexible, but there is a grace to this creature as well. Xanthias, your turn. This thing is in melee range of you.
It's in melee range, and it's a hot day. How, like, I'm worried about casting like a fire spell. I'm worried of burning this place to the ground.
We're not. Don't worry about that.
Great.
First of all, especially for our folks, any friends that we have out in LA who were recently affected. I don't want to, upset you guys.
Okay.
But also, it's a hot day, but you're not in any fear of that. You have enough control of your magic that, you don't have to worry.
Well, I have a whole new set of spells. This is the first time fighting in this new edition.
It is.
I actually have access to Misty Step.
You do.
And I'm going to use that. I teleport 30 feet away.
Where would you like to go? Like back
I would
the way
like
you
to
came?
go. I'd almost like to do wherever Ophelia and Percival are, the opposite way. So it's like in the middle of the two of us.
So it's like split between the two of you. Yep, absolutely. You vanish, leaving behind this kind of trailing mist, and then reappear. Bonus action complete.
And that's a bonus action to do, so I can only cast a cantrip now because that's my magic action.
Correct.
I am going to use my cantrip, which is a new cantrip, Sorcerous Burst.
Love it.
Which is basically...
It's like Baby Chaos Bolt.
It's like Baby Chaos Bolt. I roll to hit, and then I roll a D8, and it does a different type of damage for whatever I roll.
Sure.
Or can I choose? Yeah, I choose.
You choose.
I can choose what damage type it is, so it's just a really versatile damage type thing. But I don't know what this thing is weak to. But I still need to hit anyway. That does a fucking 13 hit? No, sorry, does an 11 hit?
It does not. No, this thing just twists its body, almost pivoting perfectly on its torso as the blast of energy sails past it.
Yes.
Anything else on your turn?
That's it. That's me for now. I've used, I believe, bonus action. I have got some movement, but I still, I'm 30 feet from it.
Yeah.
Ophelia's 30 feet from the other way.
I'd say that, Percival and Ophelia are about 20 feet away from it in the opposite direction, but also Ophelia's now up a tree and Percival's at the bottom of the tree.
I don't suppose I can do I have no shame. Help!
Yeah, absolutely. You cry out as loud as you can, help! At which point, the two of you hear this.
Really? Dragonettes.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
Did the dragonettes that they were...
They will do probably in
burst out?
a few seconds they're gonna appear, but not right now.
Because I would be I'd ask them where to go. But yeah, I guess we go towards the sound of Xanthias's...
Why don't you roll initiative for me and then I'll add you in when you get there.
I guess it depends how far we actually travel away from each other, right?
Not long, not too far, but definitely a couple of rounds maybe.
That's fair.
At most.
11.
At least. 11?
10.
All right. I'm actually going to drop you guys a few points just so you don't match with these ones.
What do you mean?
What's your dexterity, Rowan?
My dexterity is...
What did you get? 11, Kim, or 10?
10.
You got the 10, so I'm actually going to drop you guys down by a couple of points just to make sure the initiative works smoothly. Alrighty. But you're going to arrive for a little bit. Right, you basically head off in that direction. Eventually, the dragonettes come past you, and they would just be like, "Help! Help! Help!" And they kind of pass you, a scary thing, a scary thing.
It's only Xanthias, don't
No,
worry.
no, a scary thing.
Which way?
And they just sort of point their heads in the direction that Xanthias and Ophelia went.
Go back to your father.
And they just fly past. But yeah, you guys carry on, and you can hear the sounds of something happening. You hear flashes and flares of magic and stuff like that. But meanwhile, Ophelia.
Ophelia is going to rage and charge down the tree.
Leaping off the tree.
Yeah, the blood sense pumping, the red light pulsating.
So it's interesting, when you rage, there is no blood in this creature. There is no blood. You can sense that there's magic, but there is no blood or heart or anything in this creature.
Interesting. She is going to charge towards it, so she has 50 feet of movement speed.
Easily enough to get there. Down the tree and jumps off.
And I will hit this creature with Vex with my rapier.
All right, let's see if you hit with Voracity. It's going well then, guys.
18.
Only just hits this
wow,
thing.
okay.
So it's crystalline body, but it also knows, almost like a martial artist, almost tries to deflect itself, but you're just pure strength and speed, Ophelia, just...
It's like the arms kind of move independently from each other as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
10 damage on the first hit, plus 2 for the rage.
All right, so 12 points of damage total. Your new weapon mastery trait goes off.
Yeah.
So your next attack has advantage against this creature.
And I've got
with
extra
Vex.
attack, so I can hit again.
You do.
So do you get advantage on this one?
Immediately, and if she hits on this one, her next attack gets advantage.
2
Vex,
18s, baby.
it hits, so your next attack will also have advantage.
And it's your next attack, not everyone.
Not
Yeah,
anybody's, just only
That's
Ophelia's.
cool.
So that is another 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
Another 11 points of damage.
Do we have any movement left after that?
Yeah, you would have 20 feet of movement.
20 feet. So I'd like to just skirt around towards the back of the creature.
So stay within combat range.
But towards his back.
Okay, yeah. So he spins round sensing a threat, but you can see almost positions his body, or its body, so it's kind of got 2 arms facing towards Xanthias and now has you within range, and it's almost perfectly split its body. And you watch as its head ripples.
Oh, God.
And splits so it can face 2 directions at once.
Oh, that's cool.
Fuck the dragonets. I want one of these things.
That's awesome.
Anything else on your turn, Ophelia?
Attack bonus action.
Just his
And
head.
you got blood points because you
Like
did
crystalline,
attack.
no, so it's not like
Yeah.
gore.
Bloinks.
So
No,
that's
but like it
2,
just
3.
splits his head.
It's like its single head, like splits in half and then turns so slightly, kind of like the T-1000 when it's made of liquid metal and it kind of
If it had
Like points
eyes,
and then-
yeah.
then yeah.
Yeah, if it had eyes, it would have one eye on each side, but it doesn't.
I have no eyes yet, I must see.
I am good for my turn right now, thank you.
Alrighty.
heard
Okay. With that,
Shit.
we are going to take our break.
Ooh.
Break time.
Okay.
But yeah, as this bizarre-looking creature
cool.
is turned its attention, seemingly chasing after these dragonets for whatever reason, but now
but Vault
turns. It could very well be. Like,
Okay.
the nature of this creature, this definitely does not look like any sort of, creature you've ever encountered before. And in fact, bears most resemblance to the kind of materials and the noises and the effects that you have experienced within a Proto-Magi Vault.
I see.
I see.
I see.
So with that, we will take our break. We will see you guys in 5 minutes.
Hell yeah.
Until then, take care. Bye-bye. See you in part 2.
Bye now. Wow.
None left?
Welcome back to Altheya, the Dragon Empire Part 2. Our heroes are on the road, heading to the village of Colville in the Rustwale Woods to investigate mysterious lights, disappearances, and perhaps a Proto-Magi Vault. But along the way, they've encountered a dragonet salesman, a halfling from the Suncrest Isles who is transporting a group of dragonets, these little pets, that all managed to escape. Oh, what fun, what japes! Our heroes have went to assist them and help them in recovering them, but in doing so, Ophelia, Xanthias, and Percival have encountered a bizarre creature that was trying to perhaps abduct them, capture them, help them. We don't really know.
Slurp 'em.
But it has turned and aggressively approached our friends, and we are in combat. And it is Percival's turn to act.
Percy!
Yes, unfortunately, the creature never came close enough for Percy's action to trigger, but can easily step the 20 feet up to and engage with now.
Yeah, I think I will, have Percy come up behind Ophelia and bam! With the halberd.
Great. Yep, perfect. So one-handed halberd coming in with the attack. The creature does seem to recognize Percival as a threat. The creature it's not invisible. Percival isn't invisible to it. It just doesn't seem to care about it.
21 to hit.
That will indeed hit.
And this is slashing. Or is it this?
This will be slashing damage with a halberd.
Yeah. 7 damage.
7 points of damage.
Get it, Percy.
So Percy comes in,
getting it.
hacks in. The halberd embeds into the crystal, and then when Percival pulls it back, the lights flash and glow, and it doesn't heal up, but you can see that it sort of adjusts its body. Like, it doesn't seem to be, like a human. If you just walloped it in the back, would react, and there would be pain, and its muscles and tendons would, struggle to work. This thing seems like it's continuing. It has been injured, but yeah, no limbs or blood or anything for it to be affected by.
Interesting.
All of Percival's turn?
I think so. Bonus actions.
I'm going to have, by the way, Ophelia and Gruff, I'm going to say it's going to take you 2 rounds. So not this round, but next round. Yes. Rowan and Gruffer. Its go. It's an interesting one.
Come get some, nerd. I say, in character.
Yes. It is going to... You've just hurt it quite badly, Ophelia. It is going to... Interesting. It is going to teleport 60 feet. It teleports right next to Xanthias, and it's going to bring up, one of its arms is going to try and grab you again, Xanthias.
Okay.
The other of one of its more sort of Mega Man cannon arms is going to point at Ophelia and is going to fire a blast of magical energy.
Bloody piss.
So I'm going to do that against Ophelia first.
Nothing personnel, kid.
24.
Yeah, that hits. Oh god, there's a lot of this.
been so long since we did a combat.
I know.
I'm scared.
I'm so terrified.
That is going to be 12 points of piercing, so half to 6, as you feel like almost like a blast of air, like a bullet kind of strike into you. But then it's 5 force damage,
Oh, Christ.
which I rolled very low for, let me tell you.
Oh. Okay.
And then it is going to use its hand to try and grab you again.
Ah,
Xanthias.
motherfuck.
12, though.
Does not
Yeah,
hit.
you are just dodging and weaving
You know
away
what?
from this thing.
You're right, I am slippery.
Yeah.
Can Ophelia, as a reaction, hellish rebuke?
Oh, you certainly can.
Doing it live.
And I make a saving throw,
Oh,
yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm 30 feet away, yeah, so.
Yeah.
What kind?
Dex.
This does seem to have some sort of magical resistance that gives it advantage against spells and other magical effects.
God damn!
Well, the first roll was a 1. The second roll is a 9. So it fails. So you can see that its body the glow seems to almost like pulse to rebuff the magic, but Ophelia's spell strikes true.
So 8 half to 4.
No, it failed.
No?
It
Oh,
failed
that's
essentially.
8
So
damage
8
total.
points of fire damage. Fire damage, correct?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is resistant to fire damage. And in fact, Xanthias, you would see that firsthand. You can see that the flames are almost sort of partially absorbed into it. That red light in its body glows brighter as it kind of sucks the energy in.
Very frustrating.
What other colours are on it?
Other colours would be
Xanthias asks.
blue and then a sort of swirling grey, yellow and green.
Acid,
Great.
poison, ice, thunder.
Necrotic, maybe for grey.
With that, its turn is done. That's its bonus action and its main action done. So we go to Xanthias.
Hey, what up? It's up in my face again.
It is.
And I would like to keep using bonus actions to teleport away. However, I have a new spell. I say new for Xanthias. Oh, God. Actually, all of my shit is fire. It's just resistant to it, though, right?
Yes.
So it's not the worst.
It's not immune, no.
Okay. I have a dagger. Did you know this?
I didn't.
I had it the entire time, which is great because well, actually, I probably don't need it. I'm going to cast Flame Blade, which is a bonus action to make a fiery blade in my hand.
What does it look like?
Don't need a dagger, actually.
Just a
turns out.
cool sword, flaming sword.
It looks exactly like Crown Steel. It doesn't look exactly like Crown Steel. It's just a big flamey scimitar.
Nice.
Scimitar.
I love that.
Curved blades.
Swords.
So it's a bonus action, concentration, and I can, as part of the action, make a melee attack. So, wait, what do I actually roll here?
It'll be your
plus my
spell attack.
spell casting modifier.
So it's a melee spell attack.
Melee spell attack. Great. Of which I have a +6. Hell yeah! Remember when 18 was just enough?
Yep.
17.
Ooh.
Oh,
Remember, you've got these.
I can posthumously fate now, can't I?
Yes, I will allow you to posthumously fate.
Because it's a dead roll.
Nice.
Took me a second.
You've already taken the fate off the thing, so I'll do it.
Okay.
I only need a 1. 1.
Wow.
Holy shit.
So that's enough, right? 18?
18 will hit the creature.
Hell yeah.
Not anymore.
And with my flaming curved blade, that is how much damage? Say it with me. You all know the words. That's right. 3d6 plus 3.
3d6.
3d6 plus 3.
3d6 plus 3.
Thank you. God. Okay. 15 fire damage.
Halved to 7.
You sounded like that creature from Spirited Away.
Oh, no.
That wants all the gold and stuff.
Yeah, with the sort of red light in it glows, and as the blade sort of passes through this thing, sort of semi-phasing the flame, kind of licking around its body, it does seem to absorb partially, but it's also, you can begin to see that crystalline material is beginning to sort of darken and harden. Its movements are becoming more sluggish. It is bloodied. As close as it can. It doesn't have actual blood, but it's half the blood.
Okay.
Go back to the camp.
It's leaking.
Xanthias, that is your bonus action and then an action to attack with.
That was, unless I want to move, I don't.
Okay,
I can
Altheya.
then walk away. I've done it before.
Yeah, Ophelia will come charging after this thing.
Okay,
Yeah, and she'll strike it again.
alrighty.
Can I use if I have extra attack?
Yes.
Can I use my whip and my?
Yeah, you can switch between weapons if you want. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you absolutely
It
can.
can teleport, so I don't know what kind of benefit that would actually have. Now that I know it can teleport. So if I use my whip, I can slow it basically. But
That sounds cool.
yeah,
If
it
you
does
whip,
sound cool.
you can slow it.
All right, you have advantage on the attack because
I
you
do.
did your Vex last
Right,
turn.
let's
So
rock and roll buckaroos. Let's go. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21.
21 hits, and again, Vex triggers, so your
Amazing.
next attack will also have advantage. What
And
is
then-
Vex? It is a weapon mastery trait of the rapier, a new feature of the 2024 D&D rules.
Is that right,
Cer-
Mark?
certain classes get access to weapon mastery traits. Barbarian is
trait.
one of them.
So that's if you're proficient with it, you get the.
If you know, it's not just being proficient with it, you have to have special weapon mastery with it. So that's why only certain classes get access to weapon mastery, and they have to pick specific weapons.
Oh yeah, talk dirty to me.
Speaking of, because Ree said Buckaroo, old Chuck Tingle, big D&D fan, been playing 2nd edition D&D forever.
He's also written his own system.
Yeah.
I have it.
Didn't know that.
Do you want to play it? It's actually legit, really.
You don't know who
good.
Chuck Tingle is?
Oh my
You've
god,
never heard
I'm
of the
going to
Tingler?
flood your DMs with this.
Pounded in the butt by my own
Right,
butt?
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. I
Hugo
didn't want to
award-winning.
say that just in case I was wrong, because if I was wrong
Yeah.
and it was like someone
Hugo
else.
award-winning as well.
Hugo Award-winning Chuck the Tingler.
Yeah. No,
Anyway,
honestly, his own
Rhiannon,
system
how much
is really
damage?
good.
You know who
I'll
the
check it out.
Rizzler is, but not the Tingler?
He also is writing horror stories now, and they're amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, 6
I'm
damage.
gonna have to
6.
look
Yeah.
them up.
I rolled a 1 on my
Amazon
D8.
so you can see the Photoshop covers.
Second attack.
Again. 14, 15, 16, 19, 20, 21 again.
21 will hit. Don't forget you can spend your blood points to add some damage as well.
True. Let me just see, because
Only one at a time.
the layouts will change.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right?
It's why like easing us back into combat.
With a Titan construct thing.
That's
Fine. It's
horrible.
one.
So just-
It's one monster.
It's got 4 arms and 7 feet.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, but I'll spend a blood point, add a d6.
Right.
Full damage on the d8. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then 13, 16 damage for that.
God King, when's
Oh, wow.
what one have you
Vex
found?
carries
All of
over.
Fantastic. Your Vex, yeah, can carries over to your next attack, but that is your actions. Both actions done.
Yep, and my blood point is back.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
see it?
Yeah.
No.
And she hasn't got any bonus actions. No. Okay. Yep, that is my turn done.
You're all done.
I'm all done, so thank you.
Alrighty. Rowan and Gruff are running, heading towards it. You hear, like, gouts of flame. You can hear Xanthias casting spells. You hear, like, a whoop. You're hearing all these noises, and as you rush through, you're just about to sort of break into the clearing. One more round, you'll arrive. But you can see this weird crystalline creature sort of in between the trees, like teleporting around and everything else. Like, you can see that clearly something's happening. We go to the top of the round. Percival.
Percival! My boy. So how much movement has he got?
30 feet, he can get
30
there.
feet. He can get there. Okay, cool.
Yep, just about.
So he will arrive behind Ophelia as per usual.
So the three of you are now sort of surrounding this creature.
And he will do some more slashing damage. Natural 20 on the Percy boy.
Oh,
It's D8 plus max D8, and then roll
who's
his
this
damage
guy?
again.
Who is this crit take?
Percival.
Given max damage on the D8 as
Nice,
well.
nice.
16 plus 3,
16,
19 damage.
Percy.
Percy!
Hot.
My boy!
My man.
My man!
So you watch as Percival, as you with your rapier with veracity, carving chunks out of this thing. Xanthias' flame blade kind of ripping through it. The creature not really paying attention to Percy, focused on the two of you. Percival just comes in and through the head, just the axe. Get away from Sister Ophelia. As it like embeds the axe into the back of his head. You see the creature kind of like stumble and slump, and its lights begin to like blink out of existence. And then you just hear this last as it detonates, and that green light blows into a sphere of poisonous gas.
Oh my god!
As a reaction to dying, it casts Cloud Kill on itself.
Oh, Jesus!
Jesus Christ!
20-foot radius sphere of yellow-green fog. I need each creature in the sphere, which is the three of you. Percival doesn't have to make this because Percival is immune to poison damage.
The best of all of us.
But the two of you need to make Constitution saving throws, please.
It forwarded.
Fucking, yeah, bass boosted reverb fart noise.
Oh dear.
I actually despise you.
I know.
Better roll some crits there, Mark.
We'll find out.
Make them learn.
Wait, what was the roll? Sorry, I was
Constitution.
Constitution.
Oh my fucking Christ!
Make them learn. Make them pay for their sins.
When will I learn? My actions have consequences.
9 years of this. When will you learn? Several memes. And still.
Damn it.
Okay. What do we get?
24.
Success.
I have a +7. 11.
Fail. 24 points of poison damage to Xanthias. 12 points of poison damage to Ophelia.
Oh boy.
And also, I'm going to keep the initiative running because you are in this cloud of this dense, heavy fog that like is choking you. Your eyes streaming, like turning blood red. The area counts as heavily obscured, so you are also blinded whilst
my
you're
God.
in space.
So, wait, what was the range for 10?
20-foot radius on it, so it's
Radius,
basically
right, yeah.
20 feet all around you.
Oh
at
my
this
god.
point. Yeah. So that was on Percival's turn. It would then be its go. Xanthias, it would be your turn next. I'm just reading the ruling on this. A creature must also make the save when the sphere moves into its space and when it enters the sphere or ends its turn there. Okay. Creature makes the save only once per turn. Okay. Yeah. So you are currently in it.
Okay, man, good to...
You don't win it though.
When the sphere moves into its space, or when it enters the sphere or ends its turn there. Okay, ends its turn there.
Okay, so I can
you are blinded,
try and
but
stumble my way out of this.
Stumble your way out. You've got enough movement. You end your
Yeah,
turn
well,
outside.
30 feet, so yeah. I am just going to try and get out of this mess.
Ooh.
Coughing as I go.
One last thing. So the sphere moves 10 feet away from the caster at the start of each of its turns. So actually, the turn just before yours, it would have shifted 10 feet in a direction. I'm going to randomly determine.
I don't actually know.
You don't know.
So I'm going to say...
Which direction are you going to go?
Is
Let's
this
do
like
compass
cardinal?
points. Yeah,
I'm
do
going
compass
like
points.
south.
South.
Or is it where you roll a d8?
I'm going to roll the d8 to see which way it moves.
I'm going to go southwest.
Southwest. So north is 1, northeast 2, east 3, southeast 4, south 5, 6, 7.
I'm going 6.
So you're going 6. So if I roll a 6, you don't escape the cloud.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, because you'd run in the direction it moves.
Yeah, I've got no idea.
A 6! So in your blindness, Xanthias, you you run,
This is consequences.
trying to get out, choking, eyes streaming, unable to see. You stagger through.
I mean,
You can dash.
because it's... Oh, I can dash.
I
yeah.
just realised you could actually just action dash and get out.
Didn't
of it.
say I would.
didn't.
I'm going to use my bonus action for the to create some runes.
Yeah.
If it does do damage, maybe I can try and reduce it with some runes. But I didn't say I was going to dash, so I didn't dash.
Con save then. All right, con save, please.
I realized.
What a champion.
I also realized I could have dashed now. I didn't know. That is a 24.
Success. You will take half damage.
Okay. Can I actually reduce on
So that would be 20 half to 10 poison damage.
Okay. Okay.
Brutal.
Right.
Cloud kill.
Yeah, it's nasty.
It's my favourite smell in Baldur's Gate.
Then it would go to Ophelia.
Yeah.
Remember, you are blind.
Yes. Yeah, Ophelia would just be coughing, spluttering, trying to stumble around, getting out of this cloud.
Which direction do you go? Do you want to roll it?
as well.
Yeah, we could roll it.
If you roll a 6.
Direction.
Yeah.
It's a D8.
If I Fuck it, yeah.
That's a 6.
You guys are good sports.
Where am I going?
D8.
Yeah. D8. Fuck me.
That counts. I don't know, what was it?
Where am I going? 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you go south, which I'd say, well, it's a 20-foot radius sphere, but
I can still be in it.
yeah, it's like it moves 10 feet, so it kind of goes out. No, I'm going to say that you do manage to sort of like skirt your way out just on the outskirts. Because also Percival can sort of move with you, like would come next, and he would literally just drag you out, basically, because he's immune to the poison. So he can just like, and then shove you out, basically.
Thank you, Percy.
But yeah, then would probably use the rest of his turn to try and grab Xanthias and pull you out of it, basically.
Get the boy.
And yeah, as soon as you're out of the sphere, like your eyes clear enough that you can see, but you like your veins are all like sticking out. Your skin is covered in like a harsh rash. Like your eyes are all red.
I thought it was everywhere.
It's in my nose. I can
Get
smell
some
it.
water or something. Get it out of my eyes.
The two of you arrive basically in time to see Percival destroy this thing, and then the gas kind of explode outwards, and then you arrive just as these two stagger out of the poison cloud.
What happened?
There was a thing, Rowan. A thing. Oh
I get
God.
a water skin, I just like squish it like a toothpaste.
Oh, thank you. Oh. It was like a crystal thing, and it had lights, and it blew. It had like a.
It was like a giant. It's like a giant made of crystal.
We saw it very, very briefly
As they're doing this, you hear from the center of that kind of gas cloud, you hear a kind of sucking implosion noise.
I think his
I'm gonna
butthole just
start
closed.
walking the cloud with my hands.
It technically requires a strong wind to blow away, Rowan, but yeah, you with enough time, like after about 10 minutes, it naturally dissipates. But you don't see any sign of the creature that they're describing.
Are they still like blinded and?
No. As soon as they're out of the cloud, the poison goes away.
Oh, sorry,
darling.
you didn't say. I
role
didn't
playing.
know. Sorry,
That's
yeah,
great.
I'm there. I'm there with you now.
Oh, that was horrible.
It was like a crystal creature thing. It had 4 arms and it was 7 feet tall, approximately. I don't know exactly, but it had like magic. And it was humming like this tune. It was kind of Proto-Magi. I'm in hell.
Was it similar to the things we saw in the Vault?
It made similar sounds, like the humming
of-
and the
But it was
resonance.
hostile.
Definitely an.
Yes, it was.
It kind of did like an. Yeah.
Oh
I'm going back to the. I'm going back
Something
to the
has
Dragonets.
warped their
I'm going
minds.
back to the Dragonets. I'm going back. I'm going back to Ashen's Rest. I'm going back to Ice Heart.
Rowan retires.
Why do you have to take the super cool alien dungeon things I created and make it go, oh yeah?
There's also the bass boosted fart reverb noise it made too. That's what's really killing me.
I hate you. I hate
that noise.
I hate you both right
Can you
now.
detonate another cloud kill?
Right. Are you gonna like take some time to heal, or are you just gonna go back, or like?
I was going to heal him, but I kind of
You're
don't
not
feel
now,
like
yeah.
it anymore.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, how injured do they look?
I mean, like they look pretty bad. Like Xanthias took a ton of poison
I'm
damage,
like
right?
on half damage, but weirdly enough, I found a way to heal myself.
Oh, really?
Oh,
He doesn't need any of you anymore. So
Come
just
on then,
remember
big
that
boy.
Xanthias doesn't need
I've just
you.
filed that away. I've filed that away.
It's just these wounds are knitting up. Maybe I'm not exactly entirely sure how and why this is happening, but after this fight, I'll know how to cast it myself. It is a spell called Arcane Vigor, which is a new sorcerer spell, which is basically sorcerer healing.
For himself.
Just for me, not for anyone else. I
Sounds
can
about
only
right.
heal myself.
Sounds about right.
But it's a bonus action, and I can roll. I roll hit dice, 1 or 2 of my unexpended hit point dice to regain that much. So that's kind of cool. What are my fucking hit dice though?
Be a D6 because you're a sorcerer.
Max healing.
12.
Holy shit! I'm a healer now.
Do you get any pluses, or is it just the hit dice?
It is just the hit dice, and I believe it also uses the. Plus my spellcasting modifier. Oh my god! 18 healing. See you later, Gruff.
Your modifier, not
I'm
the
going
bonus.
to remember that.
So just be your charisma bonus.
Gruff remembered that.
So it should be
Rough
50.
remember that.
Spellcasting ability modifier. You're right.
It's
Okay.
where we smash cut to a horrible dungeon. He's just getting absolutely destroyed. And Gruff's like,
Is that yourself?
so you're a healer, bro.
Can't you hear
Said
yourself?
you're a healer, bro. Said you didn't need my help.
Hands in pockets.
Yeah.
That actually basically puts me to full, which was great.
Yeah. So yeah, like the arcane energy flowing through you begins to sort of patch some of that damage. Ophelia, you shrugged off some of the actual physical damage, but yeah, that poison's all in your body. Percival, completely untouched. Just happy to be there.
Percival got it though. He got it in the end.
He killed it.
Really capable fighter. I've never seen moves like that before.
On his
The creature was threatening Sister Ophelia.
How did you know to fight like that? You just dived in and just got it right in the, well, I guess its head? Was it its head? Headlight
I struck
thing?
its most vulnerable looking point.
Well, no need to be so humble about it.
Well, I mean, he's a great fighter, do you?
But clearly, you've saved us. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Okay, there it is. Okay. But yes. It's dead now.
Strange crystal creature.
Crystal creature, it had
Lights.
lights in it.
It
I don't
does
know if
sound
these were
very
the-
vaulty.
It was extremely vaulty.
So that means we might be quite close. Or
Hopefully.
it's been roaming for a while.
Oh, it was trying to grab at the dragonets as well. I don't suppose you saw them fly back?
Yeah.
Yes, they went
Oh, good.
back to the...
Okay. I was worried that we'd really beat that
I
one.
wasn't too worried. Honestly, they're freaky.
They're adorable.
No.
Okay.
We can't have one as a pet?
No.
You
well.
have this conversation, making your way back to Jin, who is very happily putting the rest of the dragonets back in the cage at the back of the wagon. And as you arrive, it's like, oh, my friends, are you all right? What happened?
Oh, there was a thing. Are your dragonets back okay?
Yes, they are. The ones that came back from the direction that you traveled in, they were terribly frightened. They flew straight into the cage, and they have been shivering and shaking ever since. They are terrified. But I don't think that was you. I don't think that they would have reacted that way.
They were running from some kind of creature, a crystalline thing made of lights. I don't suppose you've seen anything like this in your travels yet?
By the scions, no, I've not heard of such a creature.
No, we
Oh, these cauldron lands are far too dangerous, my beauties. And he's like cooing and sort of like, oh, my poor babies.
These are very appealing, little colourful creatures that might attract unwanted attentions. It's probably best we help steer you back onto the main road.
If you can get me to, just point me in the direction. I think I just got turned around. Okay.
Luckily, you're at the very edge of the forest here, so you're not too far out from
Don't
the
go
farmlands.
back in there.
Yes, I thought I would take a shortcut through some of the farmlands, but I
Oh no,
should
wait,
have
you're going
just
to
stuck the road.
Kelskaris.
Yes. I thought I would take a little shortcut, but I got lost. But yes, I will make my way. But I must reward you. I must thank you for what you've done. You've helped me get my precious beauties back. Would you like some gold? Would you like one of them? I'm happy to part with one if you wish.
Oh, you don't have any gold and you're only offering a dragonet? Is that what you're saying to us?
No, I can give you gold as well.
Well, that's a shame. We'll have to take the dragonet then.
If that is what you like, yes, of course.
Seems like this is the only thing that you have available.
No, I can also give you
Okay.
gold.
Well, in
Absolutely.
which
I have
case-
gems.
You're saying
I have gold. I have...
Dragonet and gold. Is that what we're saying here?
He's like, looks, he's like, well, no, gold or one of my pets. I must, I'm a merchant. I need to, if I'm going to give you one of my creatures, I would need the gold
Go
to.
and smash
You
the
were
wagon
speaking
wheel.
to them, right?
I was, yes.
Would they be sad if they left their owner?
Little ones, would you be sad if you left your
Hello, furry man. Yes, hello. Like the other one said, the music man. The two that flew past you are just in the corner, like huddled together, just shivering. Like they don't want to talk.
Gruff
They're
would immediately
scared.
be like trying to talk to them, just like, it's okay now, little ones.
Oh,
There's no more danger.
The crystal will come back.
It's
the crystal's
gone.
going to get us.
It's gone.
We dealt with the crystal.
Just like, no, we want to stay in here. We are safe in here.
You are very
We are safe
safe.
with Jun. We are safe with Jun.
You did very well, though.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, they're just spooks.
Gruff being Gruff is just.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you see, they're definitely like Gruff speaking to them soothes them and calms them down, but they do seem like they're just too afraid to go near the walls of the cage and stuff, But they definitely seem calmer at least. Amongst the other 10, they're all so excited and like they're not like like they don't need to stay together. They're not like brothers and sisters. They're all disparate. And one of them, they're like, we want to go with the music man. I want to be in the ferryman. I want to go with the ferryman. That one looks fun. The dragon, a dragon man, a dragonborn. And they're very excited, like all different ones. And yeah, basically they're all different colours. It's really kind of like, what colour would you like?
If we were to take one of these off your hands, what sort of care do they need?
They need feeding and watering, but apart from that, they mostly entertain themselves. They're very smart. They very
smart. Okay.
Yes, very clever little creatures. Yes.
What's their intelligence
Yes.
stat?
They probably would be like a 6 to an 8 intelligence. Like they're like young child.
Concerning that I had to ask that question, even though I tried to keep one. How do I look after one? No wonder the last one
Kind of
ran
says
away.
a lot,
Made
really.
them not die.
I keep just going through 'em.
But yeah, they take a little bit of food and like watering, but like they're generally like pretty good looking after themselves. You don't need to clean them. Maybe like brushing them, helping them molt and shed scales and stuff when they need to.
Do we know anything about like how big they get?
They don't get much bigger than what they are
Okay,
now.
cool.
They are pets. These are like little tiny pets. They're not going to
Not
become
like an
mounts.
adventuring companion type thing. But
This is like Stuart too. This is like a little tiny pet.
okay.
We'll get one each.
We're gonna need to get something for you at the end of it because I've got Saren. He's getting a little dragonette. You got Percy. Daisy's got Stuart.
I've got my rock.
Okay, you've got your rock. Can we stick googly eyes on it?
Yeah.
But yeah, so none of the colors, they don't have like metallic shades to them. There's like different shades of red. So you have like more pinkish reds or like a darker red. There's like a dark blue, more of like a teal blue. There is very, very kind of like dark viridian green to an almost like electric lime green, like very bright, vibrant one.
I think
There's like a brown and then like a yellowy color as well, and then a pure white as well.
Tom speaking, who actually wants a dragonette, because I don't want to just go forward and then take one.
I've got Saren.
Okay. Do you want one, Trot?
I want us to have one.
Okay. In that case, I think Xanthius would probably be more drawn towards one of the red-scaled dragonettes for reasons.
Sure.
And I would try to go close to that one and try to befriend that one.
Okay, sure. There are 3 kind of reddish
Unless
ones.
there's any that choose me.
Well, there's let's say that there's a very dark red, a sort of middling scarlet, like bloody kind of red, and then a sort of more pale pink red. Give me an animal handling check.
It's okay. I'm really good with these things.
And which
only
which
get-
color would Xanthius be drawn to?
I would be drawn towards the darker red.
Darker red. Give me an animal handling.
Animal handling. Oh, a -2. 3.
So the dark red one does seem to respond and like seems to like kind of look up at you.
I feel like I'm going towards them. I'm not even being like,
Yeah.
like pss, pss, pss. I'm kind of like,
Hey, you.
hey, how are you?
You're just existing.
What sort of, you want food?
Yeah.
You want, come with, I'm here.
The dark red one will like reach up and like licks your hand like a little forked tongue, kind of licks your hand. Sure.
That's why you don't get over
You destroy all of them. No, the dark red one, seems to take a liking to you.
Oh, it's licking my finger. Look at it.
That's a sign.
My crown steel finger.
Gruff, you see that like Jun seems not relieved that one's taken a liking to Xanthius, but there's definitely a like, oh yes, oh my beauty, this one fits you so well, yes. So I think that you will, yes, this one is you should take this one with you.
I think I'm going to have to. Look, we're inseparable already.
Yes, you should come up with a name and befriend them and everything else. Yes, let me get you this one out. And he kind of reaches in, but he wraps his hand in a cloak first, and he like gets this one out and then brings it over to you. And this guy is like he's a male. Like he'll say that. Well, this one is a male.
Okay.
But he is like very wriggly and very sort of like and he like comes up. He's like. like rats around. This guy, Gruff, with your animal handling that you've done before and speak with animals, this guy is a rebel. Like, this guy, he is not going to do what he's told. Like, he's like, fuck you, I do what I want. This is like the bad cat.
Wow,
You know? This is Kitten Bolero.
I'm
Tom.
in trouble then. Oh, fuck.
Like, he starts, like, playing with you, like, you know,
He's going, look at him. He's really clawing around my neck.
His little wingtip claws are, like, really sharp, and, like, he's climbing on you, so he's obviously just, like, climbing up on you, but, man, he digs them in when he does it. It's like,
okay, well, we can train that out of him, but he likes me. He really likes me.
Oh, that's sweet.
licks your neck.
Oh, he's, okay, that's great.
Hooray.
You don't like him? Look at him. Go meet them. I'll give you a name at some point.
Your neck is covered in scratches already.
I know, but it's okay.
You're bleeding.
I'm bleeding so much.
Right, little one, do you want to be a little bit more gentle with the claws?
No,
What can I give you to make you behave a bit more?
I would like a treat.
Right, and if I give you a treat, are you going to stop clawing him?
Yes,
Are you, though?
for now. Until I get another treat.
Xanthias, give him a little treat.
I'll have to give him a treat. Oh, okay, I'll go to the back of the wagon and...
Yeah, like John will give you like a bag of like he'll say, oh, this one he particularly likes. This one particularly likes his sweet treats. He very much likes sweets and candied crickets and things like that. Why am I doing Gruff's voice? Yes, he does. He enjoys candied insects and little morsels. He does take a few bites out of sweet sugary foods and things like that.
Okay.
Yes, but he'll give you like a little bag of like little insect feed and stuff like that, and this little dragonette will just be like.
Oh, you've gone through that really quickly. Here's some more. Okay, more.
No, wait.
What?
You're going to behave now?
Yes,
Good.
I like you, dear. Yes.
Right. If you had a name, what would you call yourself?
A name? What? I do not know.
I think I'd like to call you Trouble.
Trouble. I like this.
Trouble works, at least for now. Okay, Trouble, okay. Now...
He like nestles in, like he does calm down and just wraps around your neck like a necklace almost. Like he kind of like, he bites his tail and so he just forms a complete loop and his wings fold in and it just looks like a rope of like red around your neck.
He's gone fully Ouroboros. Ouroboros.
Ouroboros.
He's gone Ouroboros.
You can call him Boros.
He's
Boros, yeah.
Boro.
Boro.
Borero. No, wait.
Boraro. Right,
but yeah.
Xanthias, make sure you don't overfeed him.
I'm not going to overfeed him, but he's looking so sweet right now and sleeping so well. I'm going to give him one more.
The only way that you're going to get any measure of control on him is with those treats, so don't give them all to all of him at once.
Either that or we get him snipped. Worked for Bolero.
Oh my god.
Sorry, that wasn't Xanthias.
That was Tom. Also very difficult to neuter dragonettes, actually. You can't really do it. Yeah.
They are basically
not much
one
to
big
snip
dragon
off.
penis.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Jun's just like, well, I hope that. Thank you so much once again. Thank you so much for helping me, and I'm so sorry for whatever that business was. There's this creature that you had to fight with. I'm so sorry.
Oh, we've seen worse.
But did you ever visit the city, the capital?
No.
Briefly.
Briefly.
Well, if you are up there in the future, I intend to stay and do a little bit of. I intend to do a bit of business dealing whilst I'm there. Perhaps we will bump into each other once more. I have a few clients up there. A few of these are reserved for them, so perhaps we will see you in the future.
We'll show you how.
But I will leave you to your travels, my friends. I will leave you to my travels.
you.
Stay on the road.
Yes,
No
that
more forest.
way. Yes,
No more
That
cut
way.
through.
No, so I am heading to the Imperial Highway, and I'm sticking to it, no matter what.
Yes.
Good plan.
Great.
Yes, thank you. Thank you once again. And he just sort of
Lovely
waves
to meet
goodbye.
you, June.
Gruff, all of the little things are like, goodbye,
Goodbye,
goodbye, music man. They're just like watching you from the back, and they begin flying around in the cage, like seem to be kind of lifting their spirits as the cage and the wagon sort of trundles off into the distance.
Well, this is a great day. I'm like speaking obviously quieter now this thing is around my neck. However, that thing that we fought, maybe I was thinking the lights and stuff inside the crystal body. Maybe that's what people are seeing in the trees and stuff.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Thank you. you say as if that was not the most obvious fucking thing in the world.
I didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
I only saw a snatch of it.
But so there might be more of these things just creeping around, spooking people. I'm worried.
strange.
One of them on their own was pretty spooky, pretty nasty. So if there's more of them, that might be trouble. But it was definitely emitting some kind of tone, some kind of music. So maybe there's something there.
What was it doing out here?
Oh, I mean, as far as I can tell, it was just reaching for the other dragonets.
But why? Why would it come all this way? We've not been on the road very long.
You are like on the outskirts of the Rustwell Woods. Like you are technically in the woods, but this is like the far outskirts of it.
So we're like still like 2 days away or something like that, right?
About a day and a half, yeah.
It's rather worrying if the creatures have started to roam.
This far, yes.
Well, you continue on your journey. You make camp for the night. You try and settle in. I'm going to say, in terms of like long resting, what I'd like to do is I actually want to take a rule from the Lord of the Rings game, which is you are sleeping at night, but long rest you can do when you get to your destination, right? Like, because otherwise, like, it means that like you can have a random encounter and then you just get all of your spells and hit points back, and then if you have another one, it's like there's no threat to it because you can just blast through your spell slots and stuff. I want to try that idea.
I was
if you wouldn't have spent
trying
them,
not to spend all my shit as well.
yeah, exactly. I want to make it worthwhile. So, so yeah, you kind of go. You have a rest. You can take a short rest if you like. So if you want to spend like hit dice or get any short rest abilities back, you can definitely do that.
I've yet to
You've yet to
do anything, so.
and
So
yeah, you continue on. The third day, the oppressive heat subsides. By the time night comes around, it's still warm, but that oppressive heat doesn't like diminishes, right, and goes away. The second day you start making your way far deeper into the Rustwell Woods, and this is an old woodland. This is like real depths of the countryside, like in a big thick old wood. The trees have this dark russet brown color to them. There are also patches. You can tell that there are like old stone ruins and things here. Maybe old like cottages and buildings that looks like they were abandoned or like temporary shelters or from hundreds of years ago. And you begin to see them kind of scattered around, probably from the earliest days of the Empire before the Empress kind of expanded. Like these are like early like stone huts and things like that, where maybe some of the earliest people of Cauldre first resided before the dragons came. Can I get another survival check from Rowan, please, to see how well your navigation goes? With a -3 still.
That is a 24, 21.
21. So Rowan keeping you on track as everything goes. I'm assuming, is anybody doing anything different to what they did before on the previous days? In terms of like...
It's getting more wooded. Like,
Very heavily wooded. So yeah, Seren's going to have a harder time scouting like from up high. Is definitely like canopies of trees. Like you are in the thick, deep woods at this point. You are following the river though. So the river, the Ruby River, you begin following like at least one of its branches, one of its tributaries, like, as you're making your way up.
I'd go fishing with Saren to try and provide for the
Yeah,
team.
I mean, like, you don't even need to make a roll for that. You can absolutely provide, so there's no ration spent for today. You would have spent one ration last night, I think, before. But, yeah, you can, like, basically make sure that everyone's got fresh fish to eat. The bright sort of ruby salmon and things like that you can catch here, happily feed everybody enough for an evening when you do make camp.
Yeah.
What about Ophelia and Xanthios?
I think Ophelia will go out with Percival and we'll scout the woods, look for more of those crystal things, keep an eye out for...
So keeping an eye out for any danger and stuff. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was thinking of a similar thing, just looking out for those lights in the trees and things, but...
Okay, so you're both kind of like on patrol, basically scouting ahead and stuff. Great. You guys don't need to make a roll then. Can Chris Trott, you roll another d4 for me, ignoring a 2. So if you get a 2, re-roll, please.
Okay. 1.
A 1. Okay. You are getting close to Koval now. Based on the directions that you were given, you think you're getting close to it. You can hear the churning of the Ruby River. As I said, you're passing through the dense sort of woodland. And Ophelia and Xanthius, as you guys are the sort of scouting party, I need you to make perception checks for me, followed by stealth checks, please.
Oh, crap. Okay. Perception. Okay. And stealth?
Yes, please.
I just always love the variety of sounds that come from that side of the table.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
So for perception, I got an 8.
Oh, really? Cool. I got a 6.
Hell yeah. What did you get for stealth, though?
Stealth, I got a 12.
I got 16.
Okay. Do you roll for Percival's stealth?
I will roll for personal stealth.
Disadvantage? Because he's wearing heavy armor?
That's a dex, so that is 19.
19. Very stealthy Percival.
Let's just replace ourselves with just a team of Percivals.
Yeah.
So, Xanthius, Ophelia, and Percival, you guys are a little bit ahead of the team, sort of scouting out, and you are keeping an eye out for these crystal things. Are you ahead of the team, or are you going to stick close to the team, but like sort of just move up ahead to give you sort of an early warning?
I think Ophelia, what was her dark vision?
60 feet.
I think she'll 120 feet now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you get enhanced.
Yeah, but I think she'll go ahead just to make the most of her dark vision and get as far a scope as she can.
Yeah, I was imagining Xanthius would be closer to the wagon to kind of protect that rather than the road ahead.
Perfect. Well, as you guys are scanning, you don't, unfortunately, with your perception rolls, you don't hear or see this coming. How that happens is up to you, because it is quite a dramatic thing that you see.
Okay.
As you are making your way, and Ophelia, I think as you're moving maybe deeper into the woods, a little bit ahead of the wagon, you see this first, you and Percival. Some enormous thing just pushes a tree out of the way as it storms forward. You see an enormous, and I am talking like nearly to the canopy of the trees tall, stone construct. It looks very, very old. One of its legs is like covered in mud and twigs. The other leg you can see is carved with these ornate glowing green runes. It's got a large control like gemstone in its forehead, but it seems to, in its right arm is like clogged with moss. Sorry, its arm is clogged with like moss and twigs and mud. Along its leg, it has these like metal bands, one of which has like snapped and broken. And on its back, almost on its shoulders, are these like structures that hold 2 enormous beehives. And this thing sort of lumbers in, and it's angrily looking around. It like pulls trees down and erratically begins to like jerk and move and stomp. It hasn't seen you and Percival yet, but
Holy
Shit.
Oh, Jesus, we're in trouble.
What time of day was it again, sorry?
this is like late afternoon, let's say.
What we're going to name this pet?
We're bringing this one home.
Beehive.
I'll say like maybe Xanthius is like back here still, the wagon just maybe off kilter.
Yeah, maybe like 20, 30 feet away.
Yeah.
I thought this was just a nice scene in front of your DM screen.
You've had this the entire time. That's a big boy, by the way.
That's a big
That is
chunky
a
leg.
I like her hair.
large.
Great hair.
Well, I'm using that mini just as a representation. Like I said, this thing looks more like a big stone golem, like almost like from Legend of Zelda, you know, the big kind of like stone. It's got like a single blocky head with this control gem. It's big. It's hewn from like natural rock, like vines and wood and sort of very crude metal to create this kind of exoskeleton around the rocks itself. One of its hands is shaped more like a trowel, and then the other one of the hand almost looks like a mallet or something like that. This thing looks ancient as well. Like I said, parts of it look broken or covered in mud and moss and twigs, and it's angrily jerking around as it does. It seems to know that something is here, but it hasn't found you yet, Ophelia and Percival. What would you like to do? Xanthius, you don't hear this thing coming until it basically bursts through the trees.
Yeah.
But you are, aware of it, and it doesn't seem to know where you are either.
I'll let Ophelia go first because you are right next to it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it comes like stomping from behind this massive, like old kind of stone hut, basically. Maybe even like collapses the roof.
Yeah.
Can Ophelia cast Mage Hand?
Yeah.
Use her dismembered hand to crawl towards Xanthius.
Does Mage Hand have somatic or verbal components, maybe?
Oh, it does say verbal and somatic.
So you can sort of whisper them, but I'm going to need a stealth check from you to see if
Okay.
this thing can hear you casting spells or sense you casting spells. And I'll make a perception check for it.
It was a 17, it rolled on a 10. Oh, God.
So is that
13.
13 total?
Yeah.
Could fate.
Are you fating?
Oh, I'll fate.
I will also spend a fate to burn them.
17.
17? Okay. Fate is burned. As your hand sort of dismembers, or the spectral hand, whatever you want it to be, the creature stops, but doesn't seem to know where the spell. But it knows that something's going around. It like maybe stomps forward, knocking a tree down.
Immersed right now.
It
Out of the way.
stomps forward. Probably like knocks this tree down though, as it like stomps a little
It
bit.
falls right next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you and Percival are still like hidden amongst this like copse of trees, like hiding desperately.
Yeah. Send the hand towards Xanthius.
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
like waving,
I saw it. Yeah.
pointing at him.
Yeah, it's right there. I mean, this is, it's bright enough to see it, right?
At this point, yeah, now.
Yeah, it's not- it isn't like-
I am almost imagining, Xanthius, maybe you are like, there's this old stone wall and you are like crouched to like stop this thing seeing
Yeah.
you. The hand is like pointing in its direction. The wagon is coming. Like
yeah, that's
those
the
guys,
thing.
these guys don't know about this thing.
I would, turn around to quietly as I can, go back to them, to the people on the wagon, and
Give
just
me a
do like
stealth check.
No, stop.
Bruv, I'm thinking of playing the loudest song I know.
A really boisterous
Yeah,
one.
real boisterous tune to
I'd
get
like
the
that.
energy going.
Lift my heart, yes.
Yes. Here we go then.
Are you fating?
I am not fating because there's only one left. I
will.
only got a 10.
Okay, well, I will.
Okay.
So, Xanthius, you turn like, and you put your hand on the wall, and the loose stone.
Why is this episode so real for me?
Wall collapse.
The whole wall collapse is great.
This
I've got a cat scratching.
creature bursts through.
Guys, there's something over there. Be quiet.
Its eye, the green gemstone flashes red, and as it draws closer, those hives on its shoulders begin to buzz angrily as two swarms of enormous bees
Oh, it's just straight up.
emerge from its shoulders. And that, my friends, is going to be another
Oh,
initiative.
damn.
Not
This
the
thing's cool. Whoa,
The bees.
So this
this
is
is really cool. Oh, God King.
oh, good.
Yum, yum, me.
Bees 1 and bees 2.
What could it be?
Oh, bee. Hi.
Xanthius.
Hey, what up, Boo? Sweet, sweet Boo. I got a 7.
Ophelia.
I can't count. 12.
Percival.
So that could be wrong.
That could be a lie.
16.
Groffith.
Ah, see you again.
20.
Rowan.
I got a
Presents.
nat 1.
Oh,
Plus 0.
So 1.
1.
And then I will do Daisy, because Daisy is awake for this.
Is there an roll separately, or is it like part of your turn?
she's part of my turn.
So no, I think technically they might have changed it because it used to be a separate creature.
Okay.
And I was going to do Percival that way, but because he has like quite dominant stats, and he's permanent, he's not like a temporary thing.
Sure.
I've actually just given him an initiative because he's also capable of doing a lot more. Like a familiar can't attack on its own or anything like that.
Right.
Like
That's a command.
Yeah, specifically familiars cannot attack as well. They
Okay.
cannot make the attack action, but they can deliver touch spells for you. So I'm more than happy for it to be on your turn. You can bonus action command.
Oh yeah.
Stuff,
So
but-
combat, it rolls its own initiative and acts on its own turn.
There you
A
go.
familiar can't attack, but it can take other actions as normal.
There you go. So if you'd like to roll up Saren's initiative, I will take that as well.
I think Gruff is still too in protective dad mode.
Yeah, you can just be like,
Yeah.
get away, hide in the wagon or whatever. Daisy gets an
Maybe she
18.
protects your trouble.
Trouble rolls initiative. That one. Trouble's asleep.
And then what are we looking at?
Trouble's biting you.
Here.
Trouble or borrow? I can't remember.
Borrow. Oh, it's up
The
to you.
Grove Warden, is that an 11?
Trouble.
And the bees?
The bees.
The bees
Trouble
are at
and strife.
Alrighty.
That's kind of really good, isn't it?
Right, if I can keep that.
Yeah. Trouble and strife. Hello. Sorry.
So you see Xanthias basically beginning to make his way back to you. Maybe he's up ahead on this winding, woodland trail path. Maybe about, let's say, like 50. He's like 50 feet ahead.
Like Kool-Aid Man through the wall.
Yeah, he's like 50 feet ahead. He knocks something down, and then you see the trees just part as this stone construct about 50 feet ahead of you erupts.
Oh, bloody hell.
I mean.
I'm gonna panic spell. Yeah, I'm gonna cast with a wave of my staff. I'm gonna cast Tidal Wave. You conjure a wave of water that crushes down on an area in range. It can be up to 30 feet long and 10 feet wide and 10 feet tall.
Yeah.
So I can do it on the bees and the grove.
Yeah, so you'd have to angle it so it goes across this way,
Yeah.
basically.
Oh, okay, you can-
But remember, you have to point. You have to choose a direction as well with the tidal wave because of the way I've changed
so
it.
in towards.
This way towards the rocks.
Towards the rocks,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the rocks we have basically sort of if north is the point closest to the camera, that is to the south east, basically.
So you will need.
Or to you guys, I suppose it would be like a northwest if I was making me north.
Yeah. Of which.
Dexterity saving throws, please.
Dexterity saving throws.
DC 15.
DC 15. Let's do the bees first. Success. And success on the bees.
They are flying.
The
after
big
all.
grove one is a failure, though. It's quite slow.
Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
So, yes, and that would be halved to the bees.
And the Grove Warden is knocked prone.
Can it be?
So it's knocked prone and is either pushed or pulled along the length of the area. So I actually want it pushed towards the rocks.
Oh, can get.
Well, this creature, what does it specify a size that it can do?
No definition on a size.
Nice. I didn't change that then. In that case, yeah, it will basically go up to these rocks and then it is knocked prone.
Great.
The bees do manage to get out of the way and they would only take 9 points of damage each.
Bees are okay. The bees are okay.
Well, they
guys.
kind of, I imagine they fly out of the way and maybe a couple of.
Yeah.
But these aren't little tiny bees. These are big. Dire bees. These are dire bees. A swarm of.
Big
You would see Xanthias being the only one who can really see, and Ophelia actually, when the water collides with this creature, you see that all the mud and sticks and moss that were covering its arm is washed clean. And you see that the green lines of energy seem to flow back into its arm, and its movements become less jerky. And it sort of brings its arm up as if it couldn't properly use it before.
You cleaned
and
it.
Looks, and it sort of looks around. But then it seems to go back into this almost berserk-like state.
Berserk.
Yeah.
Bees.
Anything else on your turn, Gruffith?
Yeah. I cast that at 3rd level, by the way, and I will use my bonus action to activate Armor of Oaken Thorns.
Okay.
I'll
Are
treat
you going to move any closer? I'm going to say that at this point, this little stone wall and the tree line is probably going to block line of sight to it.
Yeah.
The only reason you could do the tidal wave is you kind of started at a point you could see back.
I'll move up next to my boy, my sweet boy.
Okay. So
Is that me?
Yes, it is.
you would be able to get to about here because you're about 30 feet off the map as well.
35 is my
35, so you're one more space. Nice.
One more little cube.
One more little space.
It's armor of oaken. Is that same as before?
Same as before.
Okay.
There is a new thing I can do with it now.
Yeah.
You'll see.
Okay. End of turn, Gruff.
End of my turn.
All right. Daisy is going to move up and then bonus action hide.
Yep.
Because also I don't want to take too much of Kate's turn. But she's just going to basically kind of move up to the wall, makes a stealth check of some ridiculous number.
Probably like 45.
16 plus. What are we looking at here? Oh, just 26.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically sneaks up and like is hiding behind the wall. Xanthias, are you okay?
I'm okay. There's bees.
Just ducks down, and I'm just going to hold her action for now, but she's safe and hidden.
I can't see Ophelia. I think she's dead.
Ophelia's dead!
I know.
Percival.
I'll send Percival forward to attack this swarm of bees that's in front of him.
I mean, if anybody was going to attack a bunch of bees, a skeleton's kind of an easy choice for the job, right? Like, what are the bees going to do to a skeleton?
True.
Sting me? Raw.
Yeah, he's a skeleton. They can't sting a skeleton.
Do dire bees lose
Oh
their
my
stinger?
god.
No
He
way.
is a god king! He is a king!
So you can't roll natural 20s for yourself, but you can for Percival.
Percy is a
Percy
god!
is.
Oh my god.
Maybe next.
Well,
next
roll
campaign,
damage.
You should play a familiar. You should play my familiar.
That is only 5 slashing damage.
But plus that's
My
with
life
the
just
age.
needs short.
And is that with the bonus, the +3 as well?
Yeah, 13.
13, so you got a 2 on the dice. Okay, so
Yeah.
13 points of damage to Bees 1.
Bees.
I mean, they are like bloodied now. So like he just cleaves. Vroom, vroom, vroom. He's like hacking like these bees
Bart
apart.
Simpson, like, if you walk into my area, it's your fault.
Wow.
Yeah, he blends
kicking.
Yeah.
blends these bees.
I just love the idea that there's bees with a little nosebleed. They're bloody.
Yeah.
We stand together.
That is Percival's turn.
That's Percival's entire goddamn turn.
Well, then it goes to Ophelia, your turn.
I can't believe this.
That one, let's go.
I know, right? What can Ophelia do? I think Ophelia will go forward with Percival.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go together. We'll go up
Same
together. Same bees. We'll get back to the group, I think,
Co-op
is the
attack.
plan.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Was it?
Got 1,
No.
2.
The opposite of a 1?
Wait, what? Did you roll? What is that?
I crit.
What the fuck is this?
You crit!
I crit.
Wow!
Another 20.
damn.
All the crits are coming out.
All the magic has changed in
well.
Altheya, and suddenly Ophelia's like, let's
This
go.
bee.
Fucking bees, apparently.
I've been born now as mate.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, so D8 plus 6 plus
So they
3.
make a nice
8
hive on
plus-
a nice rock.
8, 9, 10, 11. So 17 damage on the first hit.
You, like, these bees just. With the rapier, you just. Like, it's like a kebab of bees.
The sword is just like.
This is full of thick bees.
Just wanted to exist.
Made a nice bee steak.
Just wanted to make honey.
Yeah, like honestly, just you finish off the swarm between you and
It
Percival.
lands on the ground on a plate. It's all sautéed. It's got like delicious.
Trouble is like,
Oh, you can feed them to your boy.
I will.
There you go, slide them off. Give them to Xanthias.
but yeah, no,
Is that not dead?
you finished off the swarm, Ophelia.
Yes.
Ophelia has arrived. It's taken a year, but we're here. Let's go.
Against bees.
Oh wait, you got.
I got another attack.
You
So I
have.
can.
What's your movement though?
Go on, finish off the other one.
Used,
You've got 50 feet of
50. Oh, that's
movement.
right. Yeah, 5.
Oh
I
damn.
can probably go and get the other swarm
5,
bees.
10,
Do it,
15,
girl.
20,
Yeah.
25,
Get them bees.
Let's go kill these bees.
30, 35,
Yeah, you can get
40. Yeah. Get them bees.
That's more like it. 9 plus 6, 15.
15 to hit the bees.
I
Does hit the bees.
I hit the bees.
like
9 damage.
9 points of
Bees.
damage. Alrighty.
I like on the map
They are-
because the guy's like falling over. He's just splayed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is
Yo, bro.
Presenting.
wide legging right now.
That will bloody this group
I
of
have
bees
bloodied
thanks to the
the
tidal wave
bees.
as
Bloody
well.
the bees.
Damn.
End of turn, Ophelia.
I think I will also bonus action cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Oh, very nice.
5. So is it 5 frost?
5
damage?
temporary hit points, and you do 5 cold damage to anything that hits you, as long as you have
Nice.
those. I think it's changed. It might be until like the end of your turn or
Let me
something now.
double check.
But anyway, look it up. But is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
The Grove Warden stands back up.
Oops.
Oh no, right next to a field.
You have just hit its bees.
I have just hit his bees.
He brings his giant hand down upon you. I'm going to make. Oh, Percival did hit his bees too. Yeah, he is going to he's going to hit you with his big hammer hand. With his other hand, he reaches behind, scoops up a rock with the trowel, and throws the rock at Percival.
Okay.
So, attack against you.
Damn.
That is going to be a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
That's very good.
For 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Right.
So if you're not raging,
not raging yet,
so
no.
20 points of bludgeoning,
Ow.
and I need a strength saving throw, please.
Alrighty. It's another 20. What is happening?
Oh my god! On a different die.
24.
Success. It tries to knock you to the ground. You take this heavy blow, but manage to maybe like dodge the side. You get covered by rocks and like bludgeoned, but
going on?
you are not knocked prone.
What's happening?
I don't know
here.
what's going on.
Mother
I think
has
being on this side
arrived.
of the table.
No, because you roll like piss on the
26 to hit Percival.
Yeah, that hits Percy.
You pissed on that side? Oh.
Yeah.
That is going to be 17 points of bludgeoning damage to Percival. As he brings the shield up, gets knocked back, but takes a rock to the face.
24 HP. So for Percy.
And then you are going to not get an opportunity attack, as he's going to move here, still within reach. And you watch as he slams, as a bonus action, he slams the ground, and I need you, Ophelia, Percival, and Xanthius to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Shit. Okay.
As he kind of, and all the earth trembles around the warden.
14, 16.
On the shoot.
I'm just going to get some damage dice ready, Tom. I feel like I'm going to need them.
Lol.
It's alright, though, 'cause you can hit
What do we get,
yourself.
Ophelia?
17.
For you, success.
Percy got 5.
Oh,
Percy
neat.
fails.
Me too.
And then Xanthius fails. So Percy and Xanthius, you're going to take 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are
God.
both knocked prone.
Okay.
Maths.
Is Percy weak to bludgeoning?
That is a great question.
Is he
I
weak
believe
to
he is
anything?
vulnerable
He's-
to bludgeoning. Oh, actually, no, I changed it. The necrotic heart got rid of that vulnerability.
Okay.
I removed that.
Cool.
Normal skeletons are. Percival, infused with the necrotic heart,
special
his
Yeah.
bones are extra strong now.
Nice.
He drank his milk.
Ew.
Hell yeah.
Calcium.
Yeah.
Hashtag drink milk.
But yes, but he does take a pummeling from the ground as it kind of splits around him.
Fucking rip.
You see when the gruff, you, Xanthius, and Ophelia can all see now. When he does that, the kind of metal bandings like have around his leg. One leg is fine, like they're complete loops. This one, the metal is like snapped and bent, and there's all this kind of crackling green energy around its leg. And you can also see that green gemstone in his head is kind of loose and like out of alignment, basically. And he's like, and it's still kind of like looking around jerkily and angrily.
It's pretty chill.
That is the Grove Warden's turn. Ophelia, you are beset upon by bees!
Bees!
Does a 22 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay, they are bloodied, so they do less damage now. That is going to be 7 points of piercing damage. And you are now grappled.
Grappled by the bees!
As the bees are basically, they're swarming around you.
Yeah.
They are not physically grappling you, but
Tiny little leg.
We got you now.
Well, I almost imagine that it's like they're more like hornets or wasps because they're stinging you, and as they're stinging into you, some of them are staying like stung into you, and like you're like trying to like pull through. But yeah,
Crikey.
they've embedded themselves into you.
That legit happened to me once.
That really is a hornet.
It was awful. I was dog
Xanthias.
walking, and there was a hornet swarm, and they got all in my hair, like stuck in my hair,
I can't
and then
support
stuck down the back of my neck.
Oh. When I was out in Japan, we were in some flower gardens, and I saw a proper Asian, like Japanese hornet. No lie, it
Big
was like
boys,
this fucking
yeah.
big.
Did you eat it?
No. I wouldn't go fucking because I hate bees and
the thing.
wasps. Like I hate them.
The dog I was walking was happily trying to eat them, and I was like, "Bro, I need you to move right now. You got it."
I would fucking freak out. Like
Yeah.
I actually hate bees and wasps. So
Yeah.
this thing, I was like, see you later. I'm not going anywhere near it.
Nope.
But anyway, Xanthias.
Zanzan the Bam Bam Man. So,
Zanzan Bam
am I? Has it got reach? Like if I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah, I know. So I am within its
Yes.
range now. Yes.
Yes.
Can I leave it?
You can.
Okay.
It will get a free whack.
Yes, the house is on fire.
You want to give that big?
Oh,
No,
mother.
just
Just a stone grove warden.
a Talos creature. I fucking hell. I'm gonna have to keep Misty stepping.
You don't have to.
That's true. I'm
Risk a little run.
gonna
A
start
little roly-poly.
start off while I'm prone on the ground, basically underneath this thing, and seeing the beehives on its shoulders. I want to burning hands up into its face,
Okay.
and also try and catch those beehives.
Okay.
Oh, beehive! I say, canonically. Yeah, I'll do that. So it makes a dexterity saving throw. How dexterous is it?
0.
Fuck
1
yeah.
minus 1.
That is. You all know the. You say it with me.
3d6.
Thank you. That was cool as hell.
That's so cool.
14 fire damage.
14 fire damage. I'm going to say that incinerates the beehives, which does prevent it from. I was going to use on its next turn, I was going to spend a fate dice to make more bees.
Nice.
Yeah.
However, there is a downside to it as well.
Yeah, the downside is I've just cast a spell, so I can't Misty Step.
That as well, but also sensing these beehives, the creature flies into a berserk rage. You get the sense that it was protecting these beehives, or they're a part of it, and so it flies into an absolute rage. And I'm instead going to spend my fate point to make a free attack against you.
He's gonna.
I am prone.
Yep, he has advantage. 15. Ooh, that's the highest one. That is going to be a total of 23.
23 is unshieldable. Ouch!
Just kill yourself.
Ooh,
Yeah,
bad damage roll though. Only
me?
15 bludgeoning damage, and you're already prone, so I can't knock you prone again.
No, now I'm upside down. Ow! God damn! I'm like buried in the ground now. It's just a head.
Yeah.
Above ground.
Instantly buried.
What would you like to do on your turn? Your action, you have move and bonus.
I will use my bonus
Bonus.
to create some
The Benos action.
runes. So, yep. I don't want to leave its range because
Alright.
it's going to clobber me again.
You just
and
kind of
probably prone me again.
Try and make these runes appear around you to protect you.
Yes.
Alrighty. After Zanzan the Ban Man, Rowan.
Shit. Carry on.
You already had 2 runes.
No, I have a feature.
Rowan gets into the battlefield. However many steps that takes.
That's your move action gets you next to Gruffler.
By Altheya. And he's going to cast a new spell that he's not done before.
Yes.
He reaches out his hands, he clasps the base of his palms together and emits a green energy. It's not like a beam. No Kamehamehas.
No.
I need a wisdom saving throw from Beast.
You're not even going to tell me
creature.
from Beast,
Creature, sorry.
from the creature. You're not even going to tell me what spell this is.
Not yet.
Why?
Not until you
Play
fail
into the
it.
drama.
How what
Wisdom.
can it be?
7.
Fail.
What is the spell?
Polymorph.
Oh.
Polymorph it.
Yeah, does it specify it has to be, like, is it just any creature?
A creature that you can see within range.
Then it works.
Okay. What to?
Get ready to grab it. Fire stoked.
You just watch as, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to allow it. You see that the stone and the creature's energy shrinks down, leaving a very grey-coloured kind of fire stoat-like shape. But this almost looks like a stone statue that's like alive, basically. It looks like a stone fire stoat, pulsing with a little bit of green energy.
Everyone hold. Don't hurt it. Grab it!
There's still bees.
There are still some bees. Rowan, anything else on your turn?
I think that would be enough for Rowan.
Okay.
Damn, we got polymorph now. Very
I've got
cool.
polymorph now.
Gruff.
Does it still have the little bands on it in the little
Not in the stoat form, no.
snow form? So it doesn't have the bands on the green
Nope.
gem.
Nope.
Okay, I'm
I'm going to say that part of the polymorph would be to, like, it all becomes the one creature.
Yeah.
It gains temp hit points based on the fire stoked. And if it hits that...
One.
Yeah.
If you deal a point of damage to it, it's popping out.
Is Zanzan looking pretty rough?
Well, not too bad. I can heal myself. Don't need you.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Halfway. I'm halfway.
You've said the words now, bro.
Said
Hey,
the
do
words
what you
now.
want to do. You're great with fire
I
stoats.
will. I still don't know. Speak with animals is only 10 minutes. I will run up to.
Also, I believe that its form doesn't change, so it wouldn't count as a beast.
I will move up next to Zanzan,
The Bam Bam Man.
the Bam Bam Man. What would it be for me to pick him up?
The fire stoat.
No, the
For
boy.
the boy. I mean, if he's
Unprone.
willing, you can just drag him. You can move half speed with him.
Or are you just trying to unprone me?
Unprone, yeah.
Oh, to unprone him, I'd say it would be like your
Go
action.
heavy,
if I
are you?
10.
Don't go heavy.
Don't do
Yeah,
it.
I would say it'd be like an action.
Stop it. Stop it, you little brat.
I'd say it'd be an action because you're basically picking him up and then moving him,
Okay,
standing
nah,
up.
leave him standing. Leave him.
Oh, leave him prone.
Leave
Okay.
him rolling around. Because I will use my action to cast Cure Wounds.
The new cure wounds
stronger
that heals
cure wounds.
even more.
Yeah, the kills have been...
What level?
The cure as it should have been the entire fucking time.
2d8 plus 3.
That's great. That's really good.
13 points.
Oh yeah.
For level 1.
Take that
you.
arcane vigor.
It's true.
Oh, I healed more with arcane vigor.
He's out of line, but he's right. So there's your action to cure Xanthius.
I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going to bonus action, kind of, I guess, like, flick my shield out so it activates the half cover
Yep.
over Xanthius.
Okay, so plus 2 AC and 2 dexterity saving throws for
So it's
Xanthius.
kind of like, yeah, just I flick it and it goes as these extra plates
Nice.
send out.
Very cool.
Very cool.
That is my turn.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Your shield does that? That's cool.
Daisy will probably hop over this fence.
Daisy, grab it.
I'm not grabbing that thing. I'm going to help Ophelia. This is my Daisy voice. And she's going to throw a Radiant Blade at the bees.
The bees!
Which will hit the bees and do sneak attack damage. I'm just going to kill the bees. The bees die. It's like 5d6 damage, and I got to go
Yeah,
to a
you
character
did.
sheet. I'm like, bees are dead.
You did a ton of damage to it. already,
Whoosh!
So.
This Radiant Blade just slices through the remaining bees, ungrappling you as you are freed.
Daisy.
It's okay. The Gruff turned the big thing into the little thing.
Oh, amazing! I didn't roll.
Nice one, Gruff.
Oh yeah, Rowan. Sorry.
Well done, Gruff!
Sorry. It's my fault. It's my fault.
I did it.
Percival.
So cool, Gruff.
Percy will stand up.
Yes.
He's prone.
Half his movement.
I think we'll just try and grab the fire stove.
Okay. So this is going to be
Get a bowl.
the fire stoat will be making a Percy strength is +3, isn't it?
Yes.
And he uses your proficiency bonus. So this is going to be a DC 15 dexterity saving throw for the stoat.
I see.
I'm going to give the fire stoat a +4.
I imagine it's
nimble, aren't
pretty
they?
Yeah,
dexterous.
+4 bonus. So I need an 11 or
I'd
higher.
give it more.
17. Percy reaches down and the little stoat jumps on his bony, runs over him, jumps off. He's like, looks behind him. He's like, where did it go? As the little stoat is just too nimble to be caught, unfortunately. After Percival, it is Ophelia.
Ophelia will, I guess, run back to the group, just like, where'd it go? Where is it?
So I'll say I'll replace him with a bird for now. So this thing's escaped Percy. It's over here. So yeah, you can. Where do you want to go back to Xanthias and
Yeah,
Gruff?
back to those guys.
You've got 50 feet of movement.
Yeah.
You can easily get over here.
Do we want?
I don't know where it is. Groff turned it into a thing.
Well, do you know which way it went? I heard Percy making a noise. I guess she'll go back to
It
Percy.
is over here. I cannot catch it. And then you sort of. Yeah, and you can see it just sort of in front of you, Ophelia.
Okay, can I
I lost a sneeze.
try and grab it?
Yeah. So what's your strength modifier?
Strength mod is.
You don't need to make a roll anymore.
Okay, +1.
So this would be plus your proficiency, which is 4. So DC 13 it needs to beat to try and get away from you. Which it fails, actually, even with a +4 bonus, I roll a 5. So you manage to, maybe as it's jumping off Percival, you sort of grab it in midair, and you've caught this thing and is now grappled in your hands. And I would say it's restrained as long as it's not touching the ground.
I got it! I got it!
Oh, good job.
So that's your action.
Yep.
You've used almost all of your movement.
Yep.
Anything else on your turn?
Bonus actions? No, I'm good.
Okay, its turn. It tries to break free. This is why I wanted to have its turn go.
Little chompers.
So acrobatics versus the same DC. So this is DC 13 with another +4. Fails. It's wriggling, but you've got this thing locked in basically at this point.
Does it make a save against polymorph, or is that just what it is for?
I think it's just lasts until the duration ends.
Concentration
Yeah.
for an hour.
Oh wow, okay.
Hour?
Yep.
I don't know it's an hour, but yeah.
Yep. But the thing is if it takes even a single point of damage, it's broken out of it. So it's a good use against this, where there's no other creatures and it's just trapped. But it will eventually become back to what it was, and it won't be very happy. Zan, the Bam Bam Man.
I mean, I'll stand up. Rowan, how long is this going to last? What do we do?
We have an hour.
An hour?
I
okay.
say we put it in a very small hole deep underground and run.
When we get an hour away, it's just.
It works.
Okay, what if one of us eats it?
Why is that your answer to everything?
Stuff it down a stope hole.
Well, I mean,
I assume they burrow holes like
but it's going to
rabbits.
come back eventually anyway.
I'm keeping initiative because this thing can escape. So Zan, what are you doing?
I will try to find, do we have, in the back of the wagon, some kind of chest or, a barrel
I believe you brought one with you, no? You could probably get, a feed bag or...
Devil's bargain.
Yeah, I'd say that, if you want to spend a fate point, you can find, a barrel or, a little...
Stope barrel.
A stoat barrel. It's weirdly stoat-shaped.
Well, it'd be imagine, saying you kept your rations in.
Yeah, I would, go out and just spill something out into the back of the wagon to have
Mark
a
off
container.
day's travel rations for me. But yeah,
I shall.
I mean, they're on the floor of the wagon. They're not,
My meal deal.
Your rations?
Yeah.
You don't just have food, on the floor of the wagon.
But no, they were in a... Wait, I'm marking off... Why am I marking off an entire day of rations?
I've marked it
You've
off.
got to empty the food out.
Into the back of the wagon. It's still fine.
Grain everywhere. Oh, you can use that. Just sweep it up.
Yeah.
Hoover up.
Fine. You
With
keep
my
the day of
fist.
I'll be
rations.
eating shit
Okay,
off the
I'll put it
floor
back
all the
in.
time.
Sure. All right.
I'll put it back in.
Anyway, I spill it out into the back of the
It's
wagon.
probably going to be your turn to go
and
up
then
to the
I
wagon,
stomp on
get
it
it,
all.
and then by the time you come back, that's probably going to be your full turn.
We can put it in this, shut the lid, and then, I don't know, we figure out what to do next.
Rowan.
I will take the box, I assume,
Whatever it is.
and I will hold an action until Ophelia can come over, and I will close the lid.
Well, Ophelia will go before it, so I'll say that, yeah, basically with this in place, Rowan grabs the thing, you move close to Ophelia. Ophelia, you run over to Rowan, you stuff the thing in the barrel, close the barrel, and then what? Just
Okay.
eat the barrel in the woods?
No.
I'm not gonna eat it.
Place
I'm gonna.
it respectfully.
I'm just gonna go out into the woods
Okay.
and start digging a hole.
Okay. Right, are you gonna how far into the woods? Is this a 5-minute, 10-minute job? Just
these
around
rocks
here?
are,
Yeah,
so
you just
30
get a
foot
shovel.
away.
Okay, I mean...
Dig a hole with your bare hands, you don't have a shovel. Put the barrel in it, bury the barrel. Sure.
Would it suffocate?
What do you mean?
Because it's buried.
Might do.
This,
Put a load of rocks on it. Put a load of rocks on it. Heavy stuff. Trees. There's a fallen tree over there. Put a tree on it.
Put a tree on
I
it.
can't move any trees, Ophelia. That thing can,
We
but I
have to
can't.
go. I'm concentrating so hard on this right
Okay, but all right, but let's just get out of here because in an hour, this land's gonna
or
blow.
sooner.
Or sooner.
It might suffocate before it
now.
does
I'm out
that.
of range of it. The initial cast. Does that matter?
Doesn't matter. No, doesn't matter.
It just lasts until you.
We've got to
Well,
go.
with that,
Gotta go
you
now.
quickly mount Rodri and make an escape.
Is it furious? Is it scratching or is it quiet?
I think that as we bring the episode to a close, as you're like, oh, phew, don't have to worry about that again. The wagon into the woods, following the river. Maybe Colville begins to appear in the distance. And then the camera in the movie scene shoots all the way back to this little hastily dug hole as the ground just explodes. And this enormous Grove Warden construct looks in the direction that you've all traveled.
No.
Boom, boom, pulls itself free. And begins marching in the direction that you went. How does it know? How does it know? Magic is how.
Magic.
Enraged at the death of its bees, it will.
Next episode, one of
Give
us has to
pursuit.
start with a glass of water.
My God.
Sense of movement.
It's just you do the girl in dress.
Oh, shit.
With that, though, that is going to be the end of today's episode of High Rollers.
Good job dealing with that.
God.
Polymorph is a strong spell to
Yeah,
have.
so good.
Yeah, it's great.
That's my 4th spell slot gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
damn.
But it's also, it's also a case of like there are ways around it. Like again, if you're fighting in a group, just needs to not growing out of concentration and it pops back in and stuff. It's kind of like a lot of other spells like banishment and stuff. It's good, but when it works,
Very useful. Very useful.
Same with like if you use it on a creature that's got high wisdom or magic resistance or whatever. But
Situational.
it's very situational, but very effective, and definitely saved you. Like again, you saw how hard this guy hits, and he's pretty tough. But with that, that is going to be the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hell yeah.
And we will see you next time on High Rollers.
Nice.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.
See you next time.